sing another melody. At night we sit by the lonely fire, and the world is what we long to see. Yet true love is my desire. Yet true love is my desire. The sun, it shines on another day. Snow, it freezes us to the bone. Harsh silence is the cold price I pay. My words are for thine ears alone. My words are for thine ears alone. Sing ye worthy praise, while life is sweet on the vine. Full our glasses raised, hail as heroes divine, slaves of men. Monsters fell by our might, dragons slain in their den. Whisk the wheat from their plight. No gold, my jewels, can I grant to thee. No, Lord, am I by right, but at journey's end I'll sing a melody to win your sweetheart by tonight. To win your sweetheart by tonight. Seek me worthy praise, while life is sweet on the vine. Full our glasses raised, hail as heroes divine, slaves of men. Monsters fell by our minds, dragons slain in their den. For weak from dead light. Be worthy praise, while life is sweet on the vine. Full our glasses raised, hailed as heroes divine. It began with the suicide of Charles Blackwell, just days after his 55th birthday. Then the Rhineswan family massacre. 3 generations painfully passing from this world, crying the same crimson tears Blackwell had.
I sit alone on the edge of
5 members of the prominent Rhineswan family were found dead.
After that, the media finally gave their murderer a name. The Red Crier Killer.
Memento mori. Remember you will die.
Investigators believe the killer may be the same individual the media has dubbed the Red Crier.
Memento mori. Remember you will die. I know it's droll to sell my soul. I wanted to protect them though, but I couldn't even play my role. Now vengeance is my only goal. Memento mori. Too late for sorry. Now goodbye. Breath goes dry. I will cry when I remember you will die.
And good morning, best chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to some delicious, delicious morning nonsense chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you had a wonderful, fantastic weekend, chat. Man, what a weekend it was, wasn't it, chat? What a weekend it was. A lot of things happening. A lot of things happening. Man, going from the interesting and divisive, some might say, ending to Amazing Days of Circus to this morning, the UK Prime Minister resigning in shame after the doc dropped, revealing the rampant rape gangs and everything that have been going on for the last 50 years, something like that. 250,000 girls just offered up to this culture of slaughter and pillaging. It's insane. And Starmer has resigned in absolute disgrace, absolute shame, and it's going forward from there. Crazy, crazy weekend. What an eventful weekend. My new video dropped as well on Saturday. And I released a new short, I believe, yesterday as well. So Saturday came out, I got a new video out, and then I released a new short about Frollo and Hellfire on Sunday. Very eventful weekend. It's George Gibgod says, good morning. Hello to you. Saw the finale of Digital Circus. Jax is proof that Tumblr, furry, mommy issues, daddy issue crowd is the most mentally unstable. And yes, you can be all that and still be a bad person. Absolutely. Like, just because Jax had like a rough childhood or whatever, does that mean it's okay to murder his mom? I think a lot of people turned on Jax the moment we see how abusive he was. And how essentially we got introduced to Ribbit in the movie, and then we go from Ribbit being like a really good friend to Jax kind of pushing Ribbit so hard away that Ribbit just abstracted. So I think a lot of people actually turned on Jax at that moment. Also, it turns out that Jax is so crazy, and his life was so crazy, and his parents were so crazy because they were Mormons. And I do like this millennial mindset. Or at least these mentally ill millennials, which are very vocal and have become the face of our generation, apparently. That these mentally ill millennials, they're so full of themselves that they kind of find it a favor to their parents if they keep in touch or whatever. Their parents, people who raised them and gave them food and everything and taught them everything. This same mentality is very similar mentality as Mixtape. Just like, you brought me into this world. You owe me this. Not that you took care of me and that you're grateful for this, but you owe me this. Very you owe me mindset with at least from the Jax point of view thing, with at least the writing point of view of Jax. But very interesting finale. We will get into a little bit, talk about a little bit, see how that goes. But Very, very interesting. Very interesting. But yeah, I think what I've seen, everyone kind of turned on Jax the moment that we see that he was not a good person himself. Like, not really. I mean, we already know he was a jerk. But the thing is, we see him push Ribbit, his closest friend, to abstraction and not really care, at least not on the outside, because he felt Ribbit betrayed him by coaxing some backstory out of him or something like that, some touching backstory. Then after that, completely cut her off to the point where she just gave up because Jax gave up on her, so she gave up on essentially life. So interesting how that goes. That people kind of turned on Jax, and then Jax was revealed to be trans. Like, some people were angry because so let me get this straight: the asshole who pushes everyone away and drives everyone to their worst selves and then dies, goes off to go commit suicide, is trans. Okay. Really, that's like, I guess there were hints to that maybe, but not really. It was just Jax was kind of like the male asshole during most of the run going by the show, and then we found out that at last minute, oh yeah, by the way, he's trans. It wasn't even a major part of his character. It's kind of like, oh, by the way, he's just trans. Anyway, the real trans thing is Zubul. I mean, that's kind of the whole thing where in fact, the artist's avatar is Zubul usually. And still be bad. Yeah, the thing is, just because you had a rough childhood or you're sad and you did something wrong, does that mean you're suddenly a good person or absolved from it? You still did horrible stuff, right? Jax pushed Ribbit to suicide, essentially. So that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. It doesn't really matter how hurt Jax felt or betrayed Jax felt. That's pretty bad. Good morning, LD and Best Chat. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I would say, look, the same rules should apply to your own shows and your own projects that apply to D&D. All right, it's not a therapy session. Do not go writing D&D. Do not bring your character to D&D expecting to use the crowd or the group you've assembled to play magical adult make-believe as your therapy session. All right, that's not their job. And if your show or TV show or fictional project is so blatantly raw and unprofessional that it is also like blatantly a therapy session, you need more work on it. Or you need to take a step back and give it more work, more time, because if it's so directly you, it's not ready yet. All right, now it'll never stop being you. That's just something that'll never happen. It'll always be part of you. But if it's so directly and blatantly just you spewing out your personal mental illness on the page, then I think it might lean a little bit more work. Let's see. How do you wear the forces? Good morning, LD, Best Chat. Keir Starmer resigns as UK Prime Minister. That left loser couldn't even last 2.5 years. Adds 1 second. I got something on that. It's pretty funny. 1 second here. It's just how long has it been? Just a few years. Right? And let me see. Where is it? Okay, here it is. 1 second. All right, come on. Stop lagging. There we go. Oh, man, what's this? Keir Starmer in 2022. The party's over. Boris Johnson resigned. Ooh. Not so good today, huh? Not so good day, Keir Starmer. Let's see. Also, I saw the new He-Man movie. It's all right. As usual, woke elements, but when Adam turns to He-Man, it becomes awesome. A perfect 6 out of 10. It kind of feels like the movie was trying to critique wokeness, and you can't really critique wokeness without having some woke elements in there. That's what it feels like. I haven't seen it yet, but that's kind of what been hearing about it. Like, there's some woke elements in there, but they kind of make fun of it or they reject it. That's kind of what it feels like. So, kind of like I put a shaved side of the haircut character in Dead Man's Lullaby, but I did so because she's a bad guy. I guess it's like the Nazi scar on the eye. It's a mark of the bad guy. But you can't really critique it or make fun of it or just humiliate these woke elements without having them be in there. They have to be in there. They have to be present to throw tomatoes at them. And say some Mr. Obstruction says, "Woo, LD, what's up, my ninja? Hello to you, Mr. Obstruction. Welcome. Plus, you must say salute LD and Best Chat, Best Cats. Can't believe TDAC is therapy talk power level 9 is 9,000. Yeah, I was like, man, when is something going to happen? It's just everyone talking like it's the end of a Full House episode. Let's see. man, now we're to talk no jutsu can't trump TDAC's therapy level is insane. It really is. It really is. And the thing is, I didn't really mind the ending at all. It was how we got there. It was how we got there. It's a it's for the LD and best chat. Overall, I feel like the Amazing Circus is pretty good for a leftist show. It makes some generally artistic decisions, but it's inherently limited by its own ideology. I mean, it's a pretty good show altogether. That's why I was kind of excited for the finale. Did it have a lot of therapy session moments? Yes, it did, even during the mainstay show. But when I sidestep that, it's pretty good. Like I like there's some interesting stuff in there. Some of the characters are kind of interesting. The mystery is compelling. And then we just get these therapy session moments. And literally, one of the first ones is a literal therapy session between Kane and Zubul. And then we just kind of keep up that trend. Now, sometimes they get it right, like the confrontation between Jax and Pomni during the gun episode, where Pomni is kind of like just confronts Jax, and Jax kind of confronts Pomni. That's a good. That was a good conversation. It's good. A lot of friction, a lot of tough love, like a lot of confrontation, and it got us somewhere. It really dug out the deep down feelings of Jax and Pomni, things like that, their fears, their concerns, things like that. So that was good. That was well done. So it's not always 100% bad. But the conversations they have aren't always bad, but usually it's down to therapy session, and then it gets really frustrating when they're having a therapy session over crap we've already covered. Like we're just having the same therapy session all over again, like more again and again. Even the last movie, the final act. There's like the Pomni and King are like, haven't you had this conversation before? Yeah, it's in the haunted house. Remember? Like there's having the same therapy session over and over and over again. It's always Zubul and Gangle kind of like talking about the same crap, despite the fact that even after we had a whole episode about Gangle and being in like a managerial position, it's like, okay, we had this deep conversation with Gangle, a whole episode about Gangle and Gangle's like I guess flaws or insecurities or whatever. And then the next episode, we have another therapy session with freaking Gangle and Zubul. Like, enough. All right. We don't need to have this conversation 40 times. It's once is enough. Like, once you have the episode, it should be done. Like, we should pretty much be done with this diving deep into the character's psyche. All right. We should have a good handle on them by now. Make some generally artistic decisions, but yeah, it's limited by his own ideology. It's a final reveal of Jack's identity is so funny to me because it plays into our stereotypes for those kinds of characters without recognizing it. Last thing I'll say about it is Ribbit's backstory is also hilarious. My parents were Mormon, and let's see. But yeah, usually it's like a lot of these trans people and stuff, like they turn completely really leftist because their parents were like conservative or something like that. And a lot of times it's about he didn't accept me because I was gay or whatever. Well, yeah, that makes sense, I suppose. They're conservative, but like, why are you embracing Islam then? But a lot of these people are also, it's like they had expectations of me and were not proud of me. They wouldn't say they were proud of me. They just so it is kind of, you can kind of see where it was going to, and also the thing is, in Iron John by Robert Bly, there we go. It's like if they don't know the father, they will begin to resent the father. I mean, the father is so above them. The father is so, even if he's in the same household, if he's so like detached from them and only hands down criticisms, then yeah, there's gonna cause resentment. That was pretty funny though. It's like, oh yeah, they're Mormon, so obviously that means they're going to understand nothing. Like every single conservative parent is going to be like this staunch Bible thumper, like just a complete stereotype. They're all the same person. Like every conservative parent's always the same person. It's like, it reminds me of mixtape. Like they will never appreciate what they've done. They never appreciate like the discipline, the caretaking. It's like because a conservative parent had rules on you, it was an oppressive household. That's kind of what it boils down to a lot of the times. Like they make it out to be like it's super oppressive, super like this crazy horror movie, strict conservative parentage. But no, it's a lot of times probably isn't. It's probably just like this run of the mill, like, okay, don't smoke, don't drink. I need you to, you need to go out for this extracurricular, that sort of thing. It's just it's no coincidence that once people become parents, they tend to become more conservative. it's just the natural flow of things. Because once you become a parent, you know this is where it has to go. There needs to be rules. There needs to be discipline. There needs to be rigid guidelines and boundaries. Right? It's supposed. It's it won't. The person won't grow if you just let them sit there like a blob. You have to you have to give them something to overcome, some goals to achieve, some way to grow. And that's kind of what was lacking in a lot of these people's lives, and that's kind of what it definitely is lacking in the last act of Major Digital Circus. And see, Hutzabomb. Morning, folks. I was wondering, LitDev, do you use Campfire to help you write? I still find myself using that app for organizing my stories in the world. On occasion, I don't use it as much as anymore, but it is really helpful to have like a system that helps you organize things, especially when you get really deep into things, right? When you get really deep into a story where you have characters and plot points and subplots and side quests and subplots for your subplots, like you have an A, B, C plot or whatever. And you have a long running story. Like this is kind of why Brandon Sanderson has like a story editor who's like or a continuity editor, whatever it is, where her main job is to edit, is to know the continuity, know the lore, because Brandon Sanderson himself can't even keep up with it, and at least not all times while he's also writing. So he has a whole person whose entire job is to make sure that what he wrote is canonically feasible. Like she would read and go, this is an amazing scene, but it couldn't have happened because of these reasons. Like this was happening, this character was over here, this was happening over here, but this is canonically going on, so it can't possibly have happened. But it is a good scene. But most of us can't afford like a whole person to be your continuity editor. So it is really good to have some place to organize your thoughts and your characters and things. Carter Ketchell's in one live in LitDev and Rumble chat. Happy Monday. Hello to you, Carter Ketchell from Rumble. I'm not a doctor's appointment, so I'll be lurking. Well, good luck to you, Carter Ketchell. Hope things go well. Dr. Crispin says, I'm not sure I agree with you and Stu about how brain scans work, but I do agree that there was too much talking. Maybe it's a better when you combine it with episode 8. I rewatched episode 8. The episode 8 was interesting because it was leading up to something. Like they know how to lead up to things. They know how to do this because they've done this in a lot of episodes. In fact, they've done this in most episodes, I would say. But the movie was just therapy session. It was just therapy session. They kind of had, and the problem is they had 3 promises they had failed to keep. It's kind of what I was talking about, where it doesn't lead anywhere. Like the first promise is, we begin with like this black and white room, and Kane is gone and everything, and Kinger and Pomni begin to work on something. Like they begin to learn that we can conjure, we can work on things. And this is after we learn that they're brain scans and they're basically AI and not real people trapped in the circus, which is like the main thing that the movie brings hands down. It was like, yep, it's confirmed. They're all brain scans and essentially AI. They're not people trapped in the circus. It's not like what was it called? The one with Kirito. I keep coming up with Fate. It's not Fate. It's Kirito. It's what was it called? I guess it's not a sort of online situation. It's not a sort of online situation. They're just AI in the world, and I think it's a pretty good way to end that whole question. But the whole movie begins with this giving you that answer. Yeah, there's all brain scans AI in that world. So that's about it. That's kind of where it goes. It's like, oh, okay. That's like the big reveal. Like, it just gives you that at the beginning. Like, oh yeah, we're all brain scans. We're not actually people trapped here. So that's good on for a number of reasons. And one of the reasons is that it really makes you, it really changes your perspective, because it is horrifying when you're trapped and you feel trapped in this world and you're trying to get out, trying to find trying to get back to your home. It might not be a better place. I mean, in this case, you might think it is, or it might be, but it's the idea of you have a life that you're missing out on, or whatever. Like you have this thing that you're supposed to be, and you're not there anymore. All your connections, all your friends, you've gone missing, and you want to get back to that. You want to escape this prison, but then you learn that you're not even a prisoner. You're not trapped in this world. You are of this world, and it does really change your perspective, because now you're like, oh, I belong here. Actually, it's just way better knowing that you're not trapped or held prisoner. Like, not their circumstance has not changed, but it does become easier, I think, easier to accept that you're stuck here in the Amazing Jill Circus because you are of this place. Meanwhile, it's like your real person that you came off from as a brain scan it has been off doing the great things that they want to do. Meanwhile, you are not missing out on anything, technically speaking. You might be their brain scan, but you are a product of the circus. You are here to be part of the circus. You are part of this world. And yeah, when you put it all together with the past of like they can conjure things, they have cartoon physics and cartoon logic. They don't die or anything like that. It's like, yeah, okay, well, that's the last piece we needed to be really comfortable with living in the Amazing Jill Circus. You're not trapped here. You're not a prisoner. You're not losing anything by being here. You belong here. And that's a huge relief, I think. It might take some time to get used to, but I think that's a huge relief, and it's way easier to accept your circumstance because they're not people trapped. They are just people in this world. And it's way better to come to terms with that you are of this world and will always be of this world, and this is your home. This is where your people are, as opposed to we have to make do with never leaving this prison. That's a way better outcome, way better outlook than I'm going to be prisoner in the Bastille forever. I mean, it sucks. But if you're never a prisoner, that you were born here and you're up here, it's way easier to accept all that, I think. But yeah, a lot of episodes did pretty well. But the final act, they gave us 3 promises they did not keep. They had the first one was, okay, Kinger and Pomni and spend time conjuring things and learning to better conjure things, and they teach Ragatha, who becomes interested in this. And then we see time pass as if they're building up to something huge, like, oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. But then we kind of move on from that plot point and skip over to a second promise, which is, it's Jax abstracted, and Pomni found a way to like go into the abstraction to see if she can explore and understand Jax better. And it kind of seemed like they found a way to bring him back. They didn't have to save him, but it's the idea of, could they? And they drag Pomni out of there at the last moment, and they're like, okay, we'll just take care of Jax, and then maybe we will find out, like, maybe we can save him. Right? It didn't answer the question of like, can we save him or can we not? Because that's a huge thing. Like, no one's done that before. No one's been able to like really re-access someone who's abstracted. So that's a huge thing. Like, can we save them? Like, is it possible? Maybe we can't save everyone, but if you can save these people from abstraction and bring them back, and they learn that they're not trapped here forever, which is kind of the cause of their hopelessness, they maybe can have like the Amazing Jill Circus be full of people, save people. So that was the big question, but we didn't really get the question. You see, the answer we got was, okay, who is Jax? Why do all this? Is Jax trans or whatever? Those are the answers we got. We didn't get the big answer of, can we or can we not save the abstractions and bring them back? And that should have been answered there. But then before we can actually answer that, we move on to the third one, which is Kane's back suddenly. And now we have to deal with Kane's stuff. And it's just like, okay, he's back now. And we're not really dealing with all the stuff that that should be dealt with. And we find out that, and after we found out that they're not really people trapped here. Kane never held them here by at hostage. Kane never really did anything bad to them at all. It's not about coming to terms with each other and understanding each other. It's about Kane apologizing for things he never really did. Like, he never tortured them. All he did was try to entertain them, like what his job was. Like, he wasn't the one that trapped them there. Like with the original, like I have no mouth on my scream. Like, he's not the one that did all this. He didn't bring them. He didn't trap them in the Amazing Jill Circus. He didn't trick them into entering it. He just kind of activated them. And then every adventure wasn't about torturing them or finding out what they hate and sending them through hell after hell after hell. It was trying to make them happy. He even sat down with them several times to try to make them happy. He's just kind of like a little bit egotistical and really couldn't do it all that well. But he was trying his best to do his best to make them happy. The only time he did something wrong was at the last episode when he kind of went insane and had a weird song where he tortured everybody. But that was about it. That was it. So it was all about King apologizing for things he really didn't do, and then like everyone's kind of confronting the fact that they're not really trapped here. They are of this place, and that's about it. So we had this whole thing with Kane, and we didn't really complete all that much. Like, what does this mean? And these hop from okay, Pomni and King are working on something. Okay, forget that. Now it's about Jax and going into an abstraction that we've never seen happen before. And then, can we bring him back? Can we not bring him back? Can we save him? Who cares? We're on Kane now. It kind of feels like it was 3 episodes squeezed together. That, in fact, I would say it's like 3 first halves of 3 episodes squeezed together, and then all tied together with some sort of random ending. It's kind of what it felt like. So I didn't mind the ending at all, even if it's bittersweet or somber. My problem is how we got there. Like, we were given 3 promises, none of which came to fruition. Let's see. Plus Human says, yeah, in the movies it was episode 8 and 9. Let's see. And then Sherman says, morning all. I still think totally not James Gunn Supergirl in name only. Its full name. We'll do the 80s Supergirl movie with that. What the Star Wars sequels did for the prequels. Make it better. I have judged you too harshly. That's what a lot of people felt after the sequel trilogy came out. Let's see, chat. Let's see. Number says, good morning, everyone. Reading through the Wrath of the Righteous adventure path for a game to introduce my party to Mythic Adventures. That's pretty cool. Yeah, the Wrath of the Righteous is going by Stu's his playthrough of that particular game, the video game. Pretty good. Pretty good. See, Carl Token Nerd. Hello to you, Carl Token Nerd. Good morning. Hell, I'm a bit late today. My DC stories are rebelling. Key characters are rebelling. Let's see here. Good morning, LD. Hello to Limp Bizkit. LD in chat. Unfortunately, even though Starmer has resigned finally in disgrace, the damage already done. UK will not be able to recover quickly from it at all. I mean, I know that there's probably going to replace him with another stooge that's going to just keep the thing going, but everyone is awake now. This has drawn the eyes to it. This was a huge it's kind of why I see like companies and things don't really do this. They don't really acknowledge L's like this because it's a huge thing that draws eyes and it kind of proves everyone right. Right. So Kara Starmer resigning is a huge victory for those against them. Now they will replace him with a stooge and the damage has been done. But it is a huge confirmation that something in the UK is terribly, terribly wrong. Vim says, good morning, LD and Best Chat. Hello to you, Vim. Good morning. David Duckworth says, good morning to you as well. Hello to you. Number says, family is religiously Mormon. The one who left the family religion is a bad person who led the deaths of others. What does the author mean by this? Yeah, interesting. Let's see. Let's see here. All right. It's the CG says, hello, LD and Best Chat. Good morning. Now, what do you mean by this? So the crazy person is crazy? Sounds about right. Hello to you, Lady Festival says, good morning, LD and Best Chat. Great job on the video. Thank you very much. On another note, LD, will you be doing future Fix-It for a House of Dragon? I have to watch that one first. See, I started watching that one after Dunk and Egg, and I really was in the mood for House of the Dragon because something that was bad, it was pretty good. It's just like I was kind of fatigued on like the nihilism and everything sucks kind of storytelling, but I'll go back to it. It was pretty good. The writers are the epitome of tripping at the finish line. Well, check it out. I watched the first few episodes. I kind of found it kind of intriguing, like what's going on here. But man, it is dark. This from episode 1. I was not in the mood for this. It's Megathon says, good morning, LD and Best Chat. Sorry, I missed your streams this weekend, but your video was great. Thank you much, Megathon. And don't worry about the missed stream. You can find them both on Rumble, live and ready to go. Junebug may cry. Hello to you. If the He-Man trailer wasn't bad and more people would have watched it. Also, I want a Thundercats movie. Yeah, they gotta be careful with the wokeness because people are very sensitive to that. And we do not nobody wants this stuff. Like, we're tired of wokeness. We just are. So I do support people trying to make fun of it and mock it, but you got to watch out and make it seem like that's what you're doing. Make it very clear that you're there to mock it. If you kind of make it clear that you're there to mock wokeness, then more people will watch. because we're tired of the tyranny of woke. Sage Garden says it wasn't unwatchable. Quite a bit of fun. I have no reason to be too harsh on it, but it could have been improved. It is what it is. It was a meh. To me, it was meh. It was like, okay, I understand the confrontation with the feelings and stuff. It's there's a lot of that in Mason Jesus Circus, but it's like it was how we got there. Like everything, a lot of it felt really unearned or unexplored or incomplete. Let's see here. Connor, hello to you, Morning LD. I haven't caught you live in a bit. What's the news on Lady Midnight? But hopefully, we're going to launch next month. I got an ETA from my artist about the colored pages I'm going to show off, because we will have the ability to do a full color version of Lady Midnight. But it's going to be the first stretch goal. This first stretch goal of Lady Midnight, once we complete the campaign funding, the first stretch goal will be to make it full color. I think that'd be a pretty cool stretch goal. As the original idea was going to be black and white, but it's going to be full color once we get to the first stretch goal. And I commissioned my artist to do a coloring of 2 pages, so that you'll know what the coloring will look like. Kind of like just so that's so you know. MJ, hello to you. The characters aren't all unlikable, so that seems why it's so popular to begin with. I mean, yeah, the characters are pretty compelling. I like Jax for most of the show. I like him torturing Gangle and Zubul. Like, that's pretty awesome. It's Lady Fast says a darn phone keyboard. Happy Monday and the rest of the best chat. Hello to Lady Fast. Good morning, good morning. Plus, Huma says more like Limbo, where the hell nothing happens. That much like they don't solve abstraction. It's nothing happened. That was the issue. I know people are like kind of defending it, like, oh, it's meta or whatever. No, it's a finale. Something has to happen. They'll give you this thing, you're like, you don't understand it, or you missed the point of the show. Like, no, it still needs to adhere to narrative structure, so we can have a satisfying ending, even if it's like a bittersweet ending. And they had 3 promises. They had 3 chances to do that. Okay, is it going to be about exploring like who we really are and coming to that terms with that? No, we just kind of get the answer right away. Okay, so that's knocked out of the park. We're brain scans. We're not really people. Okay. What do we do now? Do we rebuild the circus? No. We have Pomni and King are like just practicing with the conjurations that we've seen set up for a while now. And like, oh, maybe they're going to become their own Canes, right? Maybe they're going to learn how the system works. They're going to rebuild the circus in their own image and make it the way they like, so they can make their own home, which would be a really good way to kind of round up all the feelings. Like, we are not going to escape this because we're not actually people. We're AI brain scans, but so we're going to make this our new home the way we want it. That's what it looks like it was going to go for a while, but nope. We cut from that to Jax is abstracted. Okay, so I guess we're going to learn about abstractions, and can we save people? Can we not? Nope. Oh, because Kane's back. It's like we're walking down one road, and then we decide to jump off onto another road, and then we're walking down that road, and we jump into a third road, and then it just kind of ended. Kind of like the kind of a movie made by Dennis Reynolds. It's like it's going to go back and forth from one road to the next until the movie just kind of ends. That's kind of what happened. It's not your fault. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of what happened. It's why the Pomni versus Jax one was so good, because it wasn't about saying it's not your fault. It's about confronting his nature and his actions, and Jax kind of firing back with his own version of hostility against Pomni. Insane. To be Douglas hell as other people really is sometimes. Let's see. James Gahan says, I was hoping there was a way to reverse the abstraction. Now that Kane is gone, therapy sections might be able to reverse it, but that was not the direction they were going. Yeah, it's like I like the idea they're exploring if they could or not. And if it ended up being that you couldn't, because really it's like death, you can't really come back from death. But if the answer was no, we couldn't, then I'd have been fine with that. But they didn't reach that conclusion. That we're like, okay, we're going inside of an abstraction to see if we can, confront Jax, and it's kind of implied that maybe we can do something. But the answer was not yes or no on can we save abstraction people. The answer was yes, he's trans. It's like, what? I wasn't even asking that question. And really, the whole thing between Ribbit and Jax should have been Jax and Pomni. It's okay that Jax and Ribbit had that same conversation, but if we had the rounding up of Jax also repeating this conversation to Pomni, and we're getting this information, they're hearing this information the first time from Jax to Pomni, which is from Jack's point of view, a repetition of what he said to Ribbit, then we could have had some sort of arc, some completion of it. We had the whole setup of Pomni and Jax trying to be friends and getting close to each other, and then Jax can kind of be relieved of all this pressure by admitting everything to Pomni, like he admitted everything to Ribbit, without the anger and the feeling of betrayal. That would have at least completed Jax's arc. And whether he lived or died, it wouldn't have made any difference because now he's kind of been absolved of all regret. But we didn't get that. It's just like, okay, can we? The answer, the promise was the question at the beginning of that section was, at least that was implied, was can we save Jax from abstraction? And the answer was yes, he's trans. Like what? Like, would you like a hamburger? Yes, I'm sleepy. What? That doesn't make any sense. Like, he wasn't even asking you that question. And see, like, if I said, heaven forbid your parents love you enough to try to ready for you for the old world. Yeah, this seems to be like the millennial slop kind of perspective. Like, my parents like wanted me to do like sports and had rules, and could you believe they punished me when I did horrible things? What Nazis? It's called tough love. You can't just let kids do what they want. Kids are idiots. It's absolutely true. So it's kind of why I like the conversation between Pomni and Jax. It was pretty good. That was tough love. It was very confrontational. It was pretty interesting. All right. Well, let me see here. And see, Jackson Voorhees, extra $2 super chat. Thank you very, very much. Thank you very much, Jackson Voorhees. Appreciate it.
Nice.
Gooseworks pulling a J.K. Rowling, which the Gooseworks like, oh yeah, Jax is trans. It wasn't really hit home that Jax is trans. It's just kind of like, here's a bow and he blushes. Like, he might just be gay. He's totally a guy for like the whole time. They treated him as a guy the entire time. And see. Let's see here. That brings up the interesting question. What happens to crazy people in heaven? I don't know. They don't really die in the Ages of Circus. They can't. They become abstractions and they kind of exist that way in like a cellar. Like this, they go to like the pits of hell to exist for some reason. Like, feasibly speaking, if it's just about losing all hope, then they should be able to come back, right? They're not actually dead. They should be able to like be brought back. It's just like, depression can be hard to fight, but you can get out of it. Let's see. If they're really just brain scans, what was stopping Kane from just making new versions of the abstracted characters? He still had access to the files. That is true. Like, Kane is like copy paste, bring them back. I guess it'll be like really like brand new, right? It'll be like starting from the beginning. Like, they'll start off again, like, oh, I'm trying to take off the headset and everything. Ghost. I hate the fact that I saw so many women reposting the moment Jax is choking Pomni and they have hearts all. I knew it. Go back and watch my stream of Stu, the final act. I knew that would happen. I knew the moment that Jax was like choking out Pomni, that women would love that part. Yep. I was like, I think it said something like, if they weren't shipped before, they are shipped now. It's like women get mad when we point that out, but like, yeah, it's real. It's true. Like, yeah, he choked her out and almost killed her. Yeah, he's going to be really into that because she's a girl still. T was a circus gang in episode 8. You're an asshole, Jax, but we still let you abstract. Yeah. But we will not let you abstract. It's like, this is like, come back, right? We'll see you later. I want to see you later. So they think he's an asshole, but they don't want him to be abstracted. They did in episode 8, but only because that's after he went crazy and they goaded him on. They started insulting him and everything. And I think he devoured the other AI because he was so fed up with this failing over and over and over again. So episode 8 is kind of where he goes crazy, but episode 1 through 7, he was never really doing anything evil to them at all. He was just doing his job. And see. This begs the question: if the characters are AI, then can they really be friends? I guess so. I mean, technically speaking, they still have the feelings of being human, so they know what friendship is. So I think they can. Ray 90 says, "Good morning, everyone. Best chat." I didn't know that you saw the Mission Circus finale. When was that? It's on Rumble. I have a thumbnail that kind of like it's a Digital Circus thumbnail over there on Rumble, so you can check it out. It should be live and public. They went over that with Stu. Burf says, "Hi LD, how's the day? For me, the whole VR brain scans thing is brushed off so easily, and no one has an existential crisis." Right, because they kind of were. They had a few episodes to get used to it. They just accept it. Also, Jax is just irredeemable psycho. Like at this point, yeah, it's like just sure you had like a rough backstory, but driving Ribbit to essentially suicide was not really all that great of a thing to do. Good save. Let me see. She's going to say, I highly recommend watching Zulu. That's a good one. That's a really good movie. I like that one. Zulu. Tronic says, "Oh yeah, good video, LD. My comments got scattered through various responses. Oh, very nice. Very nice." Let's see. I mean the new one? The one where I say raise a man. Yeah, I knew it was gonna be a spicy title. Let's see. So it was designed that way. So hopefully you got some interesting responses. Iggy Trans says, "Litdev, HOTD finished up adapting the material in 1.5 seasons. House of the Dragons. Oh, really? So the first season and a half was just all they got." I do not envy George R. R. Martin. I know he has like a lot of fame and fortune, but right now his everything is like demanding that okay, but you need to continue you need to finish Game of Thrones with that book that everyone's waiting on for like 10, 11 years, 12 years or whatever. But also, you have to write more Dunk and Egg stories. But also, you have to write more House of the Dragon stories. Or it's like, man, that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure. No wonder he's just kind of like checking out. There says, "Good morning, everyone. I looked at that present. Good morning, good morning, good morning." Jake Vo says, "I haven't confirmed, but I've heard Gooseworks say that the DC is primarily about the characters. So all the questions about the world building aren't important. Yeah, that's not good though. Can't just say it's unimportant. A lot of the power of the show was building up with the world building and the where the world is and how things work and who they are. Johnny Orton, that's part of the mystique. It's Johnny Trees. I'm glad I never wasted my time watching Circus. I mean, most of it's pretty good, and it wasn't bad. It was just kind of this meh at the end. Now that TDAC is done, are you going to watch Glitch's production other show once it was more episodes of Lee? Maybe. Ghost says it's either Gooseworks ran out of time, money, or the ADHD was too strong. Gooseworks did not want to do the show anymore because of the toxic fans. I mean, it turns out that if a lot of millennial writers like to write about mental illness, and it turns out if you write about mental illness and or being gay, you're going to get toxic fans. I don't know what. I mean, I guess it's really this like holding a picnic and expecting ants not to show up. But yeah, you talk about being gay and or mental illness in your show. You make a show all about that, you're going to get some weirdos. It's kind of what happened. I'd say Nathaniel Zuzabal says, but it's it isn't that what they did in the credits. They expanded the circus and made more islands surrounding the tent in the void. At the end, possibly with Kane's help, that's credits. So in the beginning, without Kane, like we're supposed to believe Kane is completely gone because he's been deleted by Kinger. And in the beginning, right, it's all gray, and then it would have been a good arc to see them work through that stuff and learn how, because they were teaching Ragatha, Kinger was teaching Pomni, and they were both teaching Ragatha, and it seemed like the arc would be that eventually they're going to learn how to bring color. Eventually, they're going to learn how to make their own adventures. Eventually, they're going to make their own NPCs like Kane was doing, because we got to see they can conjure as well. But it never happened. Like, we saw time pass and everyone learning how to do stuff, but then we eventually arrived at Jack Subtracted. So we didn't really get there. So the arc, I mean, and post credits doesn't really count because the movie's over. Like, I don't have to see the credits. Like, it shouldn't have been part of the movie that the arc was they learn how to make their own world. That would have been such a good message. Like, you're not subject to the world. You can change the world. You can be part of the world. You can you don't have to suffer in a world you don't like. There are things you can control, and that's a really good message. But they never got there because while we're on that road to them learning that lesson, we jumped over to Jax is abstracted, and we got to go save him. Let's see. Loquacious Primate says Jax was trans. Was it subtext or was it I just not paying attention? It was confirmed by Gooseworks, I think, but also they had a whole thing where like Ribbit puts the bow on Jax, and it's like, okay. And he blushes, like, okay, it's confirmation, I guess. And then somebody is pointing out that if Gooseworks had said that one of the characters was like some sort of alien ape from another planet, everyone would go, "Oh yeah, it's so obvious, bro. The clues were there the whole time." So I don't know. It was kind of J.K. Rowling a little bit. Is TDAC the AI version of Tron or Robot reboot? It's like a more millennial upbeat version of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. That's kind of it. Alex Halo 2 says LD was making Kinger and Pomni jokes. That was Stu's fault. Okay, I blame Stu. Speaking of Stu, I have a guest in the back room. Let's see who this could possibly be.
Don't talk to me. I know you're a pervert under there.
Yeah.
And welcome Stu, the Stu crew.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
Are we winning today?
Clear Kinger and Pomni shipping in Amazing Joe Circus.
Yeah.
It turns out I was right about the second part, Stu. Where remember how I said that? Oh yeah, the Jax and Pomni are shipped now that he almost choked her to death. I was right. Women love that. They're posting it with hearts and stuff.
Yeah, of course. I'm not surprised.
And see. Like Fazio says, looks like George R. R. Martin only real success is dunk an egg. Also, honestly, it created the situation himself. He's reaping the consequence of those decisions. It's just it got too famous too quickly, or maybe not too quickly, but it's like they had so many shows coming out because he had to do Game of Thrones, and he had to do Dunk and Egg, then he had to do House of the Dragon, and now it's like he didn't finish any of these stories. So now everyone loves these shows or whatever, and he's stuck with the pressure of like, okay, you got to write more Dunk and Egg, you got to finish Game of Thrones, and you got to get back to work on House of the Dragon. Because none of these are finished yet.
Yeah. It doesn't help either. Oh my goodness. It doesn't help either that like his own ideology is crushing him. You know, the fact that he has to be so good at it, and like it's got to be at a certain like submersive or
what trope can I crack down on next?
Yeah, like it's all like how am I smarter? The thing is, he's openly stated that he's against trying to be smarter than his audience. But lately, I don't know, man. Lately, he's made a bunch of weird decisions that I just don't understand.
And this was about. I feel like that's what they ultimately did. Learn to create their own world and their own lives in the circus, but just need to be done better. No, technically they did if they count the credits, but I don't, because the promise at the beginning was, okay, we're brain scans, we're AI. Okay, so and then Kinger and Pomni had the right idea, like, okay, we'll learn how to make this world our own, and so they begin to like learn how to conjure. They teach Ragatha, and the arc should have been, oh, we made this thing next, and we made this thing next, and we brought color back to the circus. We're learning how to manipulate the things that Kane did, and that should have been the arc of them building up, and then that would kind of lead us into Jax's abstraction, because we learned so much, maybe we can save Jax, and whether they could or not doesn't really matter. It's like we needed the answer to that, but they were on the road to doing that. Pomni and Kinger wanted to do that. But then we kind of jumped onto the other road of Jax is abstracted, and the whole we're building a circus and world of our own became just Jax the movie after a while. And then Kane's back, by the way. Oh, and then suddenly Kane's back. So they were
It's so weird having Kane back. It's so weird having Kane back. Like I actually feel like
back.
Like I feel like that is like the biggest misstep of the fucking movie. You know,
like wouldn't Kinger know? I mean, wouldn't Kinger know that? Oh, I just put him in the recycling bin.
Yeah, especially because like people have dissected that scene so hard. They're like, oh yeah, when Kinger does this, there's no coming back. Kane is definitely dead, guys. And then
It
you
kind
know,
of canceled out consequences.
yeah, and like the thing is too, I feel like you still could have brought Kane back, like by doing that whole like, oh, Kinger learned to reprogram him or something, or
Maybe the original files, like maybe he's like fresh out of the box, kind of Kane.
yeah. And I'm not sure what the purpose was of bringing him back like that. You know, the whole self-realization thing is fine until you consider like again, remember these people are kind of brain rotted and they're kind of like entrapped in this idea of everything must be metaphor. So what is the metaphor behind having Kane stay alive and learn that he himself made all those mistakes? Like, are you trying to communicate that clankers are people too? Because like if that's your story, that's not a great story. Like it's like
The error is human.
yeah, it's coming down to like you're kind of excusing the behaviors of these AI because yeah, why? Like why are you doing this? Like why did you choose this take the story in this direction? Why did you choose to focus really hard on like this like again, you're the amazing digital circus and for the last act you couldn't throw a pie. Like we had Jax's little fantasy thing, but like that's not the same thing, you know?
Yeah, as I said before, it was kind of weird because that section began with, "Can you save someone from extraction?" And the answer was, "Yes, he's trans." Like, okay, thanks.
Yeah. I'm just
All right.
like it's so incompetent. Like Alex got really mad at me because we you know we were kind of yucking it up and having a good old time just making fun of the therapy stuff. But like I actually think the ending is so incompetent that it borders on how was the rest of the show successful if the ending is this bad.
Yeah, because the thing is, I didn't really mind the ending being. I don't know. I don't know what you mean by the ending is bad specifically, but the actual what it was, it was. You know, they're all like sitting around watching their actual selves, that kind of like live their own lives, knowing that they are separate from their own entities. The bittersweet ending, I didn't mind. What my main thing was is how it got there. That was it. So, what do you mean by the ending?
So for me, like it's just like Kane coming back with almost no explanation. He says they tried to delete me. No, they did.
They did. They
yeah,
did.
and it's like
I was like, that's an amazing. That's a really good ending to episode 8. Like, wow, there's no coming back from that.
Yeah.
And then the movie's like, oh, actually, there is. He's just back now, and all the consequences, you don't have to face them.
yeah, I didn't understand what they were going for. It's like, what is happening here? I don't understand why you chose to bring Kane back, because then like if Kane can come back, why can't the other abstracted
Exactly. That was my question. Like that would have been there's so many potential like really good messages that they could have had here that they were building up to the entire series, but they just didn't do it.
Yeah.
Like my favorite would have been like if we, you know, at the beginning we had Pomni and Kinger do the practice abstracting or the practice conjuring, and it would have been such a great message to like, okay, everything's gone and it's up to you now. Your parents are Kane/parents are no longer here. What do? You make the world your own. You don't depend on anyone else to give you an adventure every day. You make the world your own. And if they had like brought color back, the moment they brought color back to the circus after it being gray would have been like a clicking point. Like they've done it. They succeeded here. That would have been great. They've made this world their own without Kane being there. That would have been such a great message, especially for like the modern day millennials that are like this seem trapped by this corrupt, insurmountable system. That would have been such a great message, but that never happened because while we were proceeding on that road, we just jumped to Jax's story now without ever completing the first task. And then, of course, Jax leads us down the road of can we or can we not save him someone from extraction? And the answer was yes, he's trans. And then we suddenly, before we can finish that storyline, we're on to Kane's back. So to me, ultimately, it felt like 3 episodes crammed together trying to finish the last season.
Yeah. It's sad to me because I was really rooting for this show, man. I really wanted.
I was legitimately excited for this ending. Yeah.
Yeah, I really wanted it to be good, and it just wasn't that good.
I would have been satisfied if it was okay. Like it's okay, well, that's pretty cool. Like it was just a pretty decent ending, but it wasn't decent. It was meh. I was like, oh well, all right.
Yeah.
It's not offensive. It's just what?
Yeah, no, that's it. It's not offensive. And the thing is too, like I think Goose earned a lot of like chud respect by not making the trans stuff too overt.
It really
And
was, yeah.
it really wasn't. Like it was there, and the thing is we all know, right? Like, okay, we get it. And I felt like it was fine because they didn't make it too weird for people. Because like one thing I do respect about the Has Been cast is that they have a very strict, we don't make it weird for kids. You know, we don't, this is not for kids. The thing is, Goose doesn't have that defense. Goose has an all ages show. And when you have an all ages show, you cannot like just irresponsibly introduce that kind of stuff to it, you know? And I respected Goose for doing that. Yeah, I think that buys them the most goodwill. Is one, they didn't get hostile with their fans, except for the weird ones who deserved it, you know? Like, yeah,
the fans that actually deserve the animosity.
Yeah, there were some people that deserved to get yelled at, and like who deserved like get finger wagged and whatnot. Goose, for the most part, did nothing wrong. The only thing is they just made this really weird ending, and the fact that the ending is basically, oh, what was wrong with Jax? Oh, they were having a gender crash out. Really, really? That's the answer. That
was it. Yep.
Yeah, that's really
he killed his mom apparently.
Yeah, he like hurt or killed his mom, and it's just really disappointing.
Let's see. Alexander Tatus says, take a deep breath, Pomni. Your body needs time to adjust. Let's see. Lee Bassett says, a Stu is a shonen protagonist. He will eventually grow on you. Absolutely.
It's Jesus Christ. Sorry. Well, it's funny too, because someone pointed out that like on the meme site I go to, I might have actually talked to Goose, because there was an infamous misogynist on my favorite meme site, and
it
was not me, believe it or not. That was back before I learned, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, but there was an infamous misogynist. I don't remember. Even if I did remember their actual username, but they always had a goose, like an actual goose, as their picture profile. And
so Goose Brooks might have been this infamous misogynist.
Yeah. The thing is, this person hated women, like aggressively hated women, to the point where it wasn't even funny anymore. And even the other like shit posting misogynists on the website were like, dude, calm down. like what
the other misogynists are like, wait a minute, hold on, bro.
It might have been Jazz Comp. Yeah, no, that's totally who it was. Yeah, it might have been Jazz Comp, because people were thinking that Jazz Comp was either in the closet or a femboy. And we're like, around the time Jazz left the website, like Goose started working on Digital Circus.
So with like no lessons were learned. I wonder if that's kind of why most of the characters are women in this one.
Maybe. I don't think
and
it's
then Jax kind of like spends most of his time torturing all these women.
Right? And like he's just aggressively a misogynist too. Like,
and then, of course, Gooseworks did say Jax was like standing character as Jax.
Yeah. So
let's see.
Maybe
it's interesting. Golden Reaper 5 says it's the millennial or the woke curse of, for show. The first season is good, but the more it goes, the worse it gets. Game of Thrones, boys, this it's kind of what happens.
I think
it's a bait and switch.
Websites, not just that
bait
one.
And switch.
Sorry.
Let's see. Tribacosti. They show the $5 super chat. Or what is that? Euros? Let's see. a long time ago since I saw a finale so bad it actually dragged down the whole show. Yes, 3 out of 10. Every theme and topic, because the way it was set up, it like a lot of it was writing on the ending. The way because the Digital Circus was about was yeah, we had these conversations and the development of characters, but the mystery was really driving the show. Like who are these people? How do they get stuck in this digital circus? Are they AI or not? Like there's a lot of questions that are going to be inevitably answered in the last episode, whatever that might be. And so the way it was built, it was always going to ride or die on the ending, and the ending was unfortunately very subpar. It didn't really answer very much.
Yeah. Although I think it is important to note, like you said, it wasn't offensive. It was just kind of bad.
It was like a fizzle.
And the thing, like Goose even kind of warned everybody. It's like you're probably not gonna like the ending, and I'm okay. I'm okay with downer endings. Like in my heart, Berserk died with Miura, and the last words ever uttered by the show ever uttered by the comic that was important was said by Skull Knight when Guts asked him what now, and he said, "You live, and you just deal with it." And I think that is a terrific last thing to say for Berserk. You know,
for Berserk.
Yeah. And that was kind of the last chapter that Miura did from start to finish. He had a protege come in for a completely different bit. But yeah, no, it was kind of wild.
It's like remember says as far as it's not all ages. If that LGBT that's for adults, that's like saying kids show have sex scenes, and they did have some like Jack's propositioning with the Zubul or Gangle
Yeah,
in the movie. It's like oh yeah, baby, here's the key to my hotel room.
So like yeah, that is funny. Now I actually do kind of agree with you. Once you start putting LGBT blatant stuff into kid shows, like if you have if you have two same-sex characters making out or whatever, yeah, that's no longer a child show. Because children, like little children, do not need to be introduced to that.
Because it's not the same, right? People want to treat like the straight stuff and the gay stuff as the same thing. It's not.
No,
the straight stuff is natural. That's like the natural progression of it. Whereas because you need to have a man and woman to produce, the next generation.
Mm-hmm.
That's your natural instincts. So once you start talking about LGBT stuff in there, yeah, it should be classified as adult or older for older kids.
Owl House has it. I'm willing to. I believe you when it comes to Owl House and stuff. I just don't know that well.
Let's see. $5 super chat says Isekai Quartet movie after credit show how the world they went to got created by other Isekai people from the past. That's kind of interesting. Just other people that kind of created the world after just dropped into this new world. Let's see. Oh, did they make Gangle and Zubul? I mean, that's kind of weren't they? I feel like they were always kind of together.
Yeah. Sure. Okay.
It's a little says praise be to LD Betcha and of course Space King. Forgive me for getting here late. I'm on my last day of vacation and trying to get something done other than sleep and work out. I mean, that's a pretty good routine though. Are you on vacation?
Sleep and work out. Yeah.
Let's see. Zach says, will you be reviewing other shows from Glitch Channel? They're much worse than TDAC and also have like this. Yeah, TDAC apparently had the creme de la creme with borderline incomprehensible writing and dialogue. Possibly.
I tried on multiple occasions to watch what was it? Their robot show, Murder Drones. I cannot stand watching it, man. It is so like if you thought the fourth wall breaking in Digital Circus was bad, it is so obnoxious in what was it? Murder Drones that I nearly turned it off within the first like 10 lines on my first watching.
Interesting. Wow, it's pretty bad.
It's really bad. It's not fun.
It's pretty bad. And the Great Department says, "What do you think the whole relationship between Kane and Bubble was supposed to represent?" I don't know because we don't really get that answer. It's just kind of like Kane eats Bubble, then Kane gets deleted, and then Kane reaches into his brain, rips out Bubble, and releases Bubble to the void.
Yeah,
That's it. That's all we get.
it's very confusing. I will say, no, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Like, I don't think that was meant to be metaphor. I think Kane's like the only character in the show that's not like meant to be wrapped in metaphor, you know?
Yeah, he's basically the AM. He's supposed to be the guy that tortures everybody, but he doesn't. He's trying to figure himself out sometimes. The Muslim says, I think Glitch made it one called Knights of Guinevere. I don't, because that's the big one coming out, was Knights of Guinevere. I don't think because that's the one that Prosodi's like, I'm going to be part of this, and he wasn't playing an Asian character, and everyone got on his case. Like, weren't you the guy who was like, you need to be the same race as the character you voice, but you're going to voice this white guy? And yeah, I think that's when he evacuated Twitter.
Yeah, and then of course he blamed everyone for noticing.
Yeah, like, how dare you remind me of my own words? Golden Maple 5 says Owl House shouldn't have the only reason we get these LGBT in Disney or any kids shows, because Disney for years has been taken over by woke verts.
As in woke perverts.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah,
but yeah,
I'm in agreement to a certain extent. I don't know. There are a few LGBT characters in kid shows that they didn't make it weird, they didn't make it gross, like they were just kind of there, and I feel like sure. I don't know. Like when we were growing up, I'm sure there were like gay coded, the gay coded characters in shows we watched.
I think Static Shock, his best friend, was supposed to be gay eventually, but they never got there. I don't
Static
think.
Shock.
Yeah, the Richie was supposed to be gay, I think, but then they either never got there or they never were overt about it. It's all right, chat. But there we go. It's like this. No, but not by not avoiding conflict and communicating, you can be surrounded by these big sisters and enjoy eternal life. Okay, and I'm like, gay.
First of all, big sisters, like that's
yeah,
that's not my fantasy. I am not fantasizing about being surrounded by big sisters. Thank you very much.
Yeah, there's a lot of communicating, like enough communicating. All right,
Yeah.
enough to sitting down talking like it's the end of a Full House episode. We need to have stuff happen. How about that? We're focus more on stuff happening than just having characters talk with each other. Having characters talk with each other is an exercise in order to help develop characters. It's not supposed to be the show. And see, somebody says a character Prosody voiced in Knights of Guinevere isn't white. He's Korean. Was he Korean? Or did he end up being Korean? Because that's what sparked it in the first place. Like he was like, I'm going to be parts of Knights of Guinevere, and everyone saw the character that he was voicing. Like that's not a white character. I mean, that doesn't match your race. So that's what sparked it in the first place. Was that he was voicing a character that did not match his race.
I think people were making fun of him because the character wasn't like 800 pounds or whatever, and Prosody is not a thin fella.
But that's kind of what brought back the whole thing with weren't you the guy that advocated for only voicing characters of your own race, kind of thing? And that they just kind of funny that if it ended up being Korean, that's kind of funny.
That is funny. So
hey, at least he did nothing wrong then.
Yeah, he did nothing wrong. Yeah, okay, cool. He put his money where his mouth was. Sure.
Also, a Korean Knight of Guinevere. Like, what's that show about? It better not be about King Arthur, because if it is, there's no Koreans, okay, in King Arthur's Round Table. Let's see. Dimmy Duck with his witches' wife parents are pulling their subscriptions or checking the show descriptions. Yeah, because now they've learned that all these shows meant for kids are just grooming shows to turn them gay, and they admitted this.
Yeah.
Let's see. By the way, we got a $2 super chat through Streamlabs saying LitDev's favorite spotter. Like much, but two says, so I guess the Amazing Deal Circus is about a man suffering from mental illness, trapped in a digital hell, and becomes a sadistic abuser who drives multiple people to shift F4 themselves. Also, according to Gooseworks, Jack shipped Pomni and Ribbit.
Oh,
Wait, what?
What?
Wait, Jax the character was doing shipping.
Oh, okay. So this is very weird to say because I don't know like trans culture that well, but in trans culture, like shipping, like getting multiple partners and then getting them together is a very common thing that I've noticed. I don't know if it's
It really starts to
like
feel like a fetish, Stu. Like it's like a fetish more than anything.
for a lot. Again, I've gotten in trouble for saying this before, but yeah, every trans person is a tragedy. Whether because one of two things have happened. Either they were born with the wrong software for their hardware, and you know what? I'm willing to believe that happens. I'm willing to believe that sometimes mistakes just happen. And sure, your brain is your brain is female and your body's male. Whatever. I don't care, but I'm willing to concede there. The other thing that's happening if you're trans, you are severely mentally unwell.
Yeah.
Those are the only two acceptable things for how a trans person like is created, because like this doesn't happen in like the animal kingdom. There's no trans cats, you know? There's no
Exactly.
well, what about the gay penguins? Okay, that's not the same thing. And you
Now
know it.
but if you watch Samurai Champloo, sometimes there are gay fireflies, apparently.
Sure. Yeah.
Sometimes a male firefly will try to attract another male firefly. and then Gene's like, gotta go.
Yeah. There's a lot of going on, but either way, like, yeah, that's what's happening whenever you have a trans individual. Either they are mentally unwell or they are cursed to have the wrong body. So it is my understanding that whenever trans, like it's kind of a stereotype that when trans people get into a relationship, they one seek multiple partners, and two, they start trying to put their partners together.
Yeah.
Which is weird. The gay penguin thing is no, of course the gay penguins thing real. Everyone's seen the gay penguins. Like why would you even say that? Why it might be real? Of course it's real. Like yeah, it happens. Like we understand what gay is. Gay is also a similar situation where like I have several gay friends, and one of them tells me he does not wish that fate on anybody because gay people do not enjoy their lives because it's hard for them to find, because everyone has that innate desire to couple. Everyone has that innate desire to find someone who is complement to them. Even if like girls like I married my best friend and their girlfriends and all that stuff, the sex eventually ends and they just end up living together. That is a natural thing that most creatures do, especially mammals, is we pair up and we form familial units. Homosexuals, again, are cursed in the sense that they cannot build a family unit. They need to find a family unit. They need to find someone who...
You say found family, the new big trend everyone tries to push on stories these days. Found family, you say?
Yep, that's what they're doing. And it's tragic because you don't really get to control your orientation, you know, like if you like what no one would choose to be gay. And one of my best friends who is gay tells me that all the time because he's miserable. Like he does.
Some people would, but they don't. It's like what they used to call the trans trenders, where they would choose it, but they aren't really that. They just dabble in it so they can get the points.
Yeah,
and it's kind of like you don't need glasses, but you wear them. You know, that sort of thing.
One of the things I've been telling people is that woke is an honor system, and you gain honor in woke by either stacking buffs or you you prostrate yourself harder than anybody else. So you can either, you know, I'm a non-binary, genderqueer, trans masculine, like, and then they start just like, yeah, they start listening.
Another stone for my gauntlet.
They start just stacking.
The buffs, right? The buffs from Overlord.
Yeah,
Mana shield, raise speed, spells protection.
Yeah, so those are the two ways you gain honor in that system, and girls love playing in honor systems that they can participate in. And girls can participate in the honor system easier because girls, frankly, find it easier to kiss girls than guys do. If a guy is playing in this stupid honor system, they'll just say they're non-binary or they're he/they, and it gives them enough credit that they can hang out with all these girls who, you know, take stock into this stuff. You know, there is no fucking he/they. Like, guys don't really believe in this shit either. They just do that because they want to hang out with girls. So they say whatever they need to fit in, because you're not allowed to challenge this shit. It's not socially acceptable to say, hey, I think this stuff is kind of kooky and I don't get it and none of it makes sense. What are you? And then they'll take away your honor.
A bigot?
Yeah.
It's a producer this question says, Stu, thoughts on Glitch's production other than other show, game, oversee, LD? What martial arts style does Lady Midnight use? Martial arts style, I haven't decided on that one yet, actually.
I have not seen game oversee because it just doesn't interest me. I do know that people are freaking out over the hot cat girl, and I'm gonna be honest, like, the fact that she's considered the gooner bait of the show is incredibly baffling to me because her design is so tame. It is like incredibly tame as a design. I've never seen anything more milk toast. I would put that on the cover.
Well, I mean, to the woke people, it's probably like, whoa, she's pretty much naked and Playboy magazine ready, probably. I would assume.
Yeah.
Let's see. By the way, here we go. This is the stacking mental illnesses.
Infinity Ward, Magic Ward Holy,
Magic Life Essence.
Greater Full Potential, Freedom.
This is how they stack mental illnesses and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Freedom.
False Data Life.
False data life.
See-through. Paranormal Intuition.
This. And they stack it all on their Twitter bios. Like, I have these. Here's all my mental illnesses and my identities and crap. See, it's got to be God. They should $10 super chat. Thank you very, very much. Very generous to come to be God. Appreciate it. I'm going to say it. Goku is a good parent, not for but not by Saiyan standards or for a guy who was raised in the woods, but for normal people standards. I'll fight everyone behind the Waffle House for this. He did raise some really good sons.
Yeah.
Honorable sons. But he did do one horrible thing, which was he saved other people besides his son. Like, he let his son die while saving someone else. I forgot who was. And she's like, you saved this guy, but not your own son, Goku? Goku should have saved his own sons before anyone else. Let's see. I forgot who else he saved, though.
I think he justified it by saying they could save themselves, kind of thing.
Yeah. But he really should have prioritized his family. That's kind of where I was like, Goku, come on.
I don't want to be like he's Japanese, but like that's a very Asian philosophy. It really is.
He's not Japanese, Stu. He's a Saiyan.
Yeah, of course.
Saiyan / woodsman or something.
Yeah, and Superman isn't based on American like politics. He's Kryptonian for sure, Kryptonian. Guys.
Let's see. Alex Haley 5 says everyone knows all the Arthurian knights are white and 90% are male, and 10% are girls pretending to be male. Saber and Mordred. Yeah, I mean, if it's the actual Knights of Arthur, they're British, so they're mostly all white, except for Lancelot, who was a dirty Frenchman. But he was still white, you know. And now the Green Knight movie made Sir Gawain like Indian or something, but I don't really count that as canonical.
Yeah.
But I mean, in fact, the actor was in the Avatar movie by Sixth Sense guy, and M. Night Shyamalan. He was in there, but I think he played like Zuko or something. But yeah, if the Knights of Guinevere are actually about the King Arthur's knights, then there's no Koreans, and if there are, then it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
No words, man. Thanks for the 5. Now, super chances. What ending would we have gotten if Goose didn't hate the fan base? You think you'll make a video on this? I'm writing one right now.
I'm gonna be honest. I think that I don't think I think that whole idea of hating the fan base is actually kind of silly, because when I talked to Glitch, I ran into them 2 years ago at MomoCon. Might have been 3 years actually. It was shortly after Digital Circus started really taking off. That's when I bought my Pomni thing, and they told me that the writing for the episodes had been locked in for years before they even started animating anything. So I'm willing to bet that the whole "I'm giving you the bad ending because I hate you" is just that's just Twitter nonsense. That's just them
Possibly.
talking. I think they're just talking shit because they're mad at their fans.
Quite likely, I would say. Something like that. I don't think it's like I'm going to switch it over to the bad ending.
Yeah, I think that's
really tough to do.
that sounds really silly. That makes no sense whatsoever.
And say Megalith, thanks for the 5. Not Super Chat says, please, LD, Found Family started in 2001. Classic. I mean, because the thing is, Found Family is not a bad thing. It's just it's always been there for a long, even before then. There's always a thing about Found Family. I would say like Harry Potter back in the 90s was big about Found Family because the Dursleys were just assholes and his parents were dead. But he found literally found the Weasleys, literally a found family. But it's not the trope itself. It's the way they're using it, the way they're like they've glommed onto it and they've started pushing it under like a certain agenda. Like in this case, it's like reject your real family, embrace found family. That's kind of what their agenda is. The Fast and the Furious was really good. I don't really know Tokyo Drift, even for a Fast and Furious movie. Even for a Fast movie, it's nonsense. Wow. That's my favorite one. Tokyo Drift is my favorite one because it actually does follow the hero's journey really, really well. And it actually is a pretty good coming of age story for a young man. I thought it was pretty awesome. I mean, it's still retarded, but like it's awesome if you kind of know what kind of movie you're watching.
Mm-hmm.
It's Alex Helix 2 says he Dendi, basically the Dragon Balls and Hercule. Dende, I think, right? And Hercule. Is that what he said? Oh yeah, because I know he saved someone who currently saved themselves. So I guess he rescued Dende and Hercule. I mean, you could have let Hercule die. So. It's not like he's gonna be that useful.
Oh, that's what you. Okay, yeah, I'm remembering now. Sure.
But yeah, rescuing Dende, good idea. All right, that's a good idea. But that's a tough choice. Your son or Dende, and I guess like under those circumstances, it makes sense that he rescued Dende. And I guess you're like, okay, I might as well save Hercule too because he's right here. I think that's.
I had to save the Dragon Balls.
God, do all the work, Pomni. Let's see. I like to say, now hold your breath, Pomni. Take a deep breath.
Breathe through your nose, Pomni.
It don't take a while for your body to get used to it, Pomni. Alex Halo 2 says Goku saved them. I mean, yeah. Very much, Alex Halo. All right. You can't make good art if you hate the. Yeah, good art is made from love and passion, and you can kind of feel it when art is made from hate. It's kind of like there's poison in it.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of feel it. It's just very hostile. Like people kind of like watching some modern day movies. Like if you watch modern day movies, you can kind of feel the hostility that's kind of radiating out of every scene.
Mm-hmm.
And like modern day Doctor Who, it's all about this like anti-man and stuff. It's like you can feel how like this. The writing is just going to be anti-man. The male is always going to be stupid or retarded or something.
Yeah.
I was watching Rags play mixtape. It's like, yeah, of course the male character is stupid because he's the man and therefore has to be stupid because men are dumb. Like, as how the writing goes.
Yeah.
You can just always predict it. Let's see. But yeah, there we go. Lose your body, Pomni. Loosen that right up. Let's see. There we go. There we go. Awesome. But yeah, so that's the thoughts on Amazing Digital Circus. The ending there, not great. It didn't really go anywhere. It's just kind of like we were going down these separate roads, and then we arrive at the ending somehow.
Yeah. I just didn't really like it, and I'm sad that I didn't like it, but I'm happy that Goose got to tell the story that they wanted, I'm happy that like it was made. I'm happy that it was a success. Like I'm happy about the show. I'm not happy like that the show became what it did.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Let's
hard
see.
to really say.
Alec Perdo says hate isn't just on the left. Angel Studios and Daily Wire. That's why their stuff sucks too, because it's all this vitriol and poison. They kind of made themselves out to be like we are the anti-woke people, and they kind of their idea of making movies is like we're going to do whatever the opposite of what they're doing on the left. So we're going to make like this strong, powerful woman story starring Gina Carano, but the right wing version because we can do it better or whatever. And then they made like that one comedy movie and then Mr. Bertram, which is really hostile. It's about hating on wokeness as opposed to giving you a story. And you can tell it's full of vitriol and poison. Like we don't want that. Like it's not we want a story. And if you can make fun of wokeness while giving us a story, excellent. But it shouldn't be all about making fun of wokeness.
Yeah.
It's kind of I know for a fact is what the Daily Wire did. It's like all of their stuff. Let's see.
And it's kind of embarrassing too, because like even the people that really wanted to like Lady Ballers, they're all just like, that sucked.
Yeah. It just everyone's like the Lady Ballers sucked. It was kind of like a big Steven Crowder skit. And Steven Crowder isn't even funny. He's just I don't know why you would model a comedy off a guy who's not really all that funny.
Mm-hmm.
And see, he's just kind of like Dane Cook. He's like if he's just his any humor that you get from him is kind of because he's being loud or something or making funny noises.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Jason Vogue says that Knights of Guinevere is about an evil dystopian Disney World equivalent. It's made by the person who made the Owl House after she was fired and let go. Really? That doesn't look like a really interesting premise. That's like a very interesting premise. Let's see. And then Anxurious65 says, what's the difference between therapy session versus character just revealing their anxieties or struggles? Seems like it could become an overused term. The thing is, when you have a scene like that, it has to go somewhere. Like there has to be a shift between emotions which it kind of technically does, but it doesn't really accomplish anything. So when they sit down and talk about their feelings, is like, why? It's just kind of like, okay, we didn't lead up to this thing. It doesn't go anywhere. Like you can literally skip these sessions and nothing changes. It's just like we're either back to normal or nothing really happens at all. Like again, we had like a whole episode about Gangle and being like a manager or whatever, and going deep into like what Gangle's concerns are, and then that's it. We're done with that. And the next episode, here's another Gangle therapy session. So there has to be purpose. It can't just be like we're time for a therapy session. It definitely can't be about crap we've already covered 400 million times. It has to go somewhere. And the same thing with the battle scene I pointed out in the prequel trilogy, where it's just about about two guys hitting sticks together. It really is, because there's not really an emotional shift. They're not really building to any place. You could achieve the same thing in a much shorter time if you just had him do like the samurai. We draw once and see who falls down. It would not have been as flashy, but it would have accomplished just as much. So when we have it's kind of why I compare it to when they did Pomni versus Jax, which is Jax and Pomni are just kind of having this confrontation, and this like Pomni is dragging out the stuff from Jax, and Jax is resisting and telling Pomni off and going, I would move on if you like abstracted tomorrow. We're getting a lot of stuff, a lot of revelations. And a lot of the therapy sessions are like, we already know how these characters feel. We're just talking about their feelings now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. And like, it's just like, do you want to talk about it? No. I mean, they do, but I don't want you to talk about it. It would be way better if we just kind of like see them express these things, see through their actions how they're feeling, as opposed to just sitting down and talking about these feelings. Again, you can't just tell me how the characters feel. That makes me feel angry, as the robot devil would say. Which is literally what happens in Amazing Deal Circus. You're just having the characters tell you how they feel, as opposed to showing me how they feel. Let's see. And Carlos Batista thinks a $5 super chat. Thank you much. We want non-woke, not anti-woke. There's a difference. Also, Lee, what's your favorite martial arts style? Maybe you could use it for Lady Midnight. Well, I tried, but I really want her to be a kickboxer. That's only my favorite because I practiced it. But like, it is. I forgot. I don't know exactly what style it would be. I have to think about it. But I just know she trains really because they're supposed to be like a guardian, or they trained in it, trained in martial arts to help protect the coven. That's kind of what the idea was. So she's also trained in using pistols. The 1911, the Colt 1911. Let's see, and then they much Carlos Batista appreciate it. Let's see, because kickboxing is really for like if you work out. It's not really for women. Unless women fight and is fighting another woman, then that would make sense.
Then it's kickboxing.
Yeah, then it's kickboxing. Let's see. Yeah, I was gonna say gun kata, but it's not. That's like a little too over the top, but kinda a little bit. Let's see. But yeah, that's the difference between a therapy session and an actual conversation. Like you have to get something out of it. There's some new information that's revealed. Gangles having a whole therapy session with Zubul saying that she's sad. It's like, okay, thanks.
Gangles having a whole.
That would be, see, at least that'd be something. Like, Zubul, I actually have a hole back.
Oh, it's horrible.
But we got some new information with the Jax, with the Pomni versus Jax discussion during the gun episode. But otherwise, it's just like, okay, Gangle, we have a whole section where Gangle tells us she's sad again. Thanks. I guess the runtime was too short, huh?
Yeah.
You probably had another minute. That's what the Futurama did. So in Futurama, they run a little short on their airtime. They would add in those things like, Henderson's teeth. The only teeth strong enough to chew other teeth. That's why they have those little segments, because the runtime was too short. So they had to add in like a few more seconds or something.
Mm-hmm.
So they made these like retired little commercials. It's a Equations Primates says the amount of wokeness should be like the amount of fecal matter we're allowed in meat. You can't realistically get it to a 0, but the acceptable threshold is extremely low.
Sure. I actually like that metaphor. That's very good.
It's kind of how it works, yeah. For such a about character driven, just I guess writing is more expositional than anything for a show. That's supposed to be, but yeah, it's not supposed to be all exposition, guys. All right, just because they're talking about feelings does not make it good. That's kind of what I think they kind of found out. All right, it's because it's about feelings and makes you emotional. Look, I understand why everyone's like, "Oh, it's great," because it may be emotional. I understand this. All right, it's kind of why I knew that I really shouldn't talk about John McFor for a while, because I thought it was perfect. I didn't think it was perfect. I felt it was perfect for a long time, and I knew that it wasn't. It can't possibly be perfect. So I knew I really couldn't like talk about it in terms like, "Oh, it's great. It's the best movie of all time." That's how I felt. I knew it was not. So I had to wait a while for the emotions to die down, and now I know it's riddled with problems. But I still like it a lot. So especially in a show like this, where it's like the emotional high is so intense, it's like, "Oh, it's so great! It's absolute cinema." Just wait a while for the emotions to dissipate, and realize that it really didn't have anything. It was just a bunch of people talking about emotions, and because you like the characters and the characters are interesting, you kind of felt their emotions too. But when you take a step back and look at it objectively, nothing actually happens. Like the main characters don't really accomplish anything on their own. And that's a big deal in a show like this, but it's really about, taking control of your life. Right? It's like we are thrust into the Amazing Circus and we have no control over anything until we deleted Kane. And now we're forced to either wallow in misery and nothingness or take control of our lives, that we take the control over our lives that we really hadn't had in forever. So that's where it should have gone, but it didn't amount to anything. There was no moment where the main characters accomplished anything during the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's where it went wrong. But they do have feelings. That's maybe the main part of the show. They do have feelings. They talk about it. Insane.
It's not the fact that they have feelings that's the problem. Feelings are fine. Like none of us are afraid of our emotions here. The point is that the emotions expressed did not match the theme of the show. Like that's really what it comes down to. It's not a fact that you're afraid of your emotions. No, really not. Like I openly and most of us now are openly emotional about things. The point is that like it wasn't entertaining to watch. It was full of plot holes. It was unsatisfying, and like even in a way like like the movie Logan, I cannot. That is one of my favorite movies ever, and I can never watch it again.
I like it. It's really good. Yeah, but I have the same issue sometimes. Sometimes like I just need to watch it once, and I can never watch it again. But I loved it.
Yes, I think Logan is an excellent example of that kind of film where it was an excellent experience that I recommend to absolutely nobody because it is completely miserable, and I did not like the way I felt watching it. Like it felt very unpleasant.
I know it hurt. Good. Logan is a movie that hurts so good.
Yeah.
And it's really good to watch once.
The problem is Digital Circus did not hurt so good. It felt like it was purposely trying to be empty. And in that way, it came off as inelegant and amateurish.
Yeah. I feel the same way around about Edge Runners. Like I really liked Edge Runner. It was really good, but I don't really want to watch it ever again.
Like Cyberpunk?
Cyberpunk Edge Runners, yeah.
Mm-hmm. I think about that show once a week, man.
It's like, good. It's really, really good, but I don't want to watch it again.
Exactly.
By the way, I love Cyberpunk. It's one of my favorite genres. I love the game and everything, even though I know it's glitchy and full of flaws, but I like it on an emotional level. See, we're back to emotions. You can like something on an emotional level. If something makes you emotional or makes you feel, you're gonna like it. You're probably gonna like it. But on an objective level is another question entirely. Like, is Cyberpunk an objectively good game? I don't know. I never thought about it. But is John McFord an objectively good movie? I wouldn't say so, but I'm not there for like a masterpiece experience. I'm there to see him shoot guys.
The promises that the show made, like it promised to be a thinking man's like millennial show.
Exactly.
And it did not end up being a thinking man's millennial show. It became very inelegant and very awkward to appreciate. Therefore, like it suffers because of this.
Yes, absolutely. And so they dropped the ball on the ending there, I think. They didn't really have to. It was starting to explore a bunch of interesting things, like taking control of your life by reshaping the digital circus on your own terms without Kane. Exploring the idea of, can you save someone from abstraction? It was going to explore these crazy, interesting things, but we really didn't get the answers to these things. At least not during the movie. See, Nathan says, "Ball says, I'm looking forward to your future TDAC video. Or dive into flaws in the finale and offer your idea of where the ending should have gone." Yeah, me too. I'm writing it up right now, and I rewatched the entire series again, and I'm doing some other stuff for research. So hopefully it'll be fun. And it might be an hour long. Who knows?
It's worth talking about. Like the show is worthy of both like intense praise and intense critique. I feel like that's fair. Yeah.
It's a Bew says, I saw a parody of episode 2 of Digital Circus where Pomni and Gumiku talk about him not being real instead of the show cutting away from the revelation. It showed more character than the show did. This is because Gumiku is like, they have this whole conversation about him not being real in the other world. Mm-hmm. And then they're like, oh, how about you come back to the circus with us and we can stay with us. And then Kane's like, oh, how'd they get in? Oh, he guess he's dead now. Insane. I got this. Actually, by the way, chat, we are this $25 away from today's Pillarman. Thank you much, everyone. Getting very, very close. And we are going to I couldn't finish off I couldn't get to the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX this weekend, but we did do Venture Brothers. So the Venture Brothers stream is on Rumble. It was a lot of fun. Glib joined us. We had a lot of some cool discussions, some good insight. It was a lot of fun watching those 3 episodes. But with Yu-Gi-Oh! GX will be tomorrow evening, hopefully, because tonight should be Shad's stream. I should be going on Shad's stream today.
Who's Shad? So,
the Shadiversity, Stu. The
Shadiversity.
Hold on. The Shadiversity.
The Shadiversity.
The Shadiversity.
The actor?
Yeah, technically, he has been in a movie that he made.
Oh, did he?
Uh,
That's so funny.
he made, I think he made a little bit movie about himself being like fighting or something. And then he also made a movie that never came out that was about his book. Another company wanted to adapt his book into like a short film, and they got all the way to the editing and they ran out of money, unfortunately.
That's
Because it's really expensive to make a movie. It really is.
Mhm.
Let's see. David Musselman, thanks for the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very, very much, David Musselman. Let me see. There we go. Very generous. Thank you very much, David Musselman. Thank you, and welcome to 5 new members of the Lead Legion who put you the best shows and the custom emojis. Thank you very much, David Musselman. Let's see. Around the end point of every stream so far, if I can show off the trailer for Lady Midnight, people have been getting excited. I got someone who signed up and is very excited for the project by watching Shad stream. So I'm getting a few people. So it is working.
Yay. People
are liking it. They're gravitating towards it. And if we reach our first stretch goal, I'll be able to make it full color.
Ooh.
Let's see. Frameworkers have errands to run. Have a great day, LD and chat. You too, Stu. You much, Ben Parker.
Thank you.
Let's see. All right, chat. Well, let's move on. Let's get down to business here. And here we go. So there's been some interesting news on the front of Supergirl, as it should be. So, what's her name? I'll just call her Alcock. I forgot her name. I don't know what exactly her first name is. Like Mally, something like that. Alcock has come out with a. I'm not mad at her specifically because it's kind of this is how they make headlines. Once I learned about this strategy, I kind of don't really blame the actors anymore all the way. And that's what they do. Like, hey, if you hear that MAGA is hitting this movie, what do you have to say to MAGA right now? Or, hey, person who's going to be in this new movie, do you hate immigrants? That's what they do to you. So I don't really blame the actors. Okay, once I found out the strategy, but the ideas, because she's probably given like these ideas or is part of this ideology, the feminist ideology or whatever, or is at least told that she has to, whenever she's approached by, interviewers, to push some sort of message, like to be prepared, because they always say the same thing. Like Rachel Zegler said the same thing. Now, Millie Alcock is saying the same thing. Like they always like, okay, make sure to emphasize that it's not about men, and the beautiful aspect of the movie is that she's not a man and that she's not going to be falling in love, or it's not centered around a man or whatever. I was like, who does that attract? Like nobody. I just like I kind of have a feeling that feminists had never met women before.
At least no, they most feminists who are like angry man-hating feminists, they're either they're weird fetish people or they're disgusting and ugly, have no friends, and they take it out on everybody else.
That's what it seems like, yeah. I mean, could you imagine, Stu, if some pretentious guy came out and said, I'm taking control of John Wick 5. And, the beautiful aspect of this is not about action. It's about his self-discovery and his emotional growth. I'm like, fuck you. I'm not going then. There's supposed to be some enlightening thing. Men have been waiting for a chance to go sing an emotional movie, but we haven't offered them to men yet. That's like the flip side of modern day feminism. It's like if men started acting like them, it's like it'd be like, I'm like an artsy fartsy type, and I'm in control of John Wick 5. And what's going to happen here today is that John Wick 5 there's no action scenes, all right? He's not going to be falling in love with no woman. Or he don't need no woman, all right? He's not going to be remembering his wife. In fact, the wife is not even going to be mentioned here. I'm like, get out of here. No, I'm not watching it. I like the fact that he's doing this all in memory of his wife. That's awesome.
It took me a second to realize SF Brew was like, well, no. No woman wants romance. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
And it's sarcasm.
Took me way too long to realize that was sarcastic.
Yeah, no woman wants romance. Why it is notoriously unpopular with women, as well as we all know exactly. Women have just always been into action and stuff. We evil men have just been gatekeeping them from the good stuff. That's how it's been going. On that note, couldn't the narrative be easily shaped that women have been gatekeeping men out of romance? Like, men have always been into romance. Actually, it has been gatekept by the evil women.
I love it whenever we find like an argument that would poke a hole in their logic, because it's like finding a counterfeit like $20 bill.
Yeah,
because it's like,
really is.
yeah, we could probably try to use this, but it's not gonna work.
They're gonna find some way to sidestep it. It's gonna find some excuse, like actually, this is not gonna work for these reasons.
Mhm.
It's a reporters. What are your thoughts on anime and why we need to destroy it? Like, oh well, because the actors can't really do if they say anything that's even remotely right wing or Trump aligned, their careers are over. Like it's kind of like, have you ever like found like a thing online that you kind of feel kind of passionately about, or you like, but you don't. Okay, let me back it up here.
Mhm.
So in Venture Brothers, we have that whole issue of like, what is normal around as a minion? What is normal? Like, what's a security risk? Because if you're around like things all day that are like weird aliens and monsters from other dimensions, and like, okay, you like Greta from accounting, you think Greta from accounting is you from an altered dimension, but neither of you want to talk about it. Like, so what is normal, right? And if you are a minion patrolling a boss of some megalomaniac like General Lord Underbite or whatever, then one, is this, you have to ask yourself, is this weird thing a security risk? And two, do you want to make it my problem? So I think a lot of these actors like, do I want to make this my problem? Do I want my face and name run through the mud for the next 2 weeks because they're going to call me a right-wing Nazi because I said it's bad that 250,000 girls are raped by Muslims? Like, do I really want that to be the case? And they're like, no, so I'm going to run with the thing that won't get me in trouble. So I can't really blame them for this that much, because who are they really?
Yeah,
they're trying to make their bucks. They're trying to start a revolutionary thing. But
yeah. Well, there are some people like that. The guy who played
Esposito?
Yeah, he's just crumbing out and saying like, we need to run, we need to start the revolution right now. And I'm like, who the fuck are you to say anything about this, you absolute like foreign piece of shit?
I said, yeah, get out of here. If you don't like America, get out of here. You seem to be fine taking American money.
Yeah, like fuck off, dude. We do not need to hear your stupid ass fucking opinion. Like,
Let's see. Alex Five says, reporters, what are your thoughts on anime? Why we need to destroy it? Exactly. That's what they ask them. And what are you going to do? And when you're rushed like this, you have a prepared statement. You're like, okay, I want to emphasize that it's not about men and it's about women being powerful or whatever. It's easy to do. See, Ludwig did. See the video. Ellie, did you see that video of Ludwig and a couple of other guys saying that if you watch particular anime like Modica Magica, you're going to be beaten up? No.
No one.
That's something a very low IQ thing.
No one should ever give a shit what Ludwig thinks. Ludwig is a two-faced, fair-weathered bitch of a friend at best. That guy, fuck that guy. He's the guy I told you about who turned on Mango. Yeah,
and
fuck
caused him
that
to
guy.
He caused him to relapse and then turned on him for relapsing.
Yeah, like no one should ever give a shit what Ludwig thinks.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. So, by the way, we got another two from placeholder name tipped. The two says, Stu, how did you like finding out that Kinger was a black queen enjoyer in real life, just like you? It wasn't a surprise. I already called it out.
Yeah,
in episode when we watched episode 8 together, I was like, oh, Kinger has a black queen. Literal black queen. So, oh, that's interesting. And then Stu liked it because he's a colonizer. He won.
Yeah, actually. He was the one going against the opinion. All right, broken clocks, I guess.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Well, I guess it's not that retarded.
Yeah,
I will say that I did find it I did feel a little weird because people were. I had a friend of mine who was into anime and everything, and he recommended Monoka Magica. Said it was really good, really good. So I started, and I did feel kind of weird because the characters were like very young looking and color coded and stuff like that. Because I'm like, someone's jerking off to this. I had that feeling immediately, but no, Monoka Magica is really good. Like I mean, the writing for Monica Magica, it was highly impressive.
Well, yeah, I mean, someone's probably jerking off to it.
I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Of course, I know him.
Of course.
Of course, I know him.
But it's like I would put up there with Gravity Falls. Like it was impressive once I saw the entire series, like at least the first season. And I didn't see any movies or whatever. But like when I get to the end and everything is revealed, I'm like, holy crap, this is really good.
Mm-hmm.
They planned this out like expertly. So, and then I do like the fact that it was kind of a deconstruction of the Magic Girl genre, but like done in from a loving place. Like it was made darker and more cruel and everything, but it came from a loving place as opposed to a place of absolute hatred.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, people like us can actually handle a lot of things. Like, you know, when it comes to like deconstruction and all these weird ideas about where to take media and whatnot, the only thing we can't stand is like insulting us and then pretending like that's not what you're doing.
Yeah, as we obviously know what we're seeing, right?
Like, I think it's just the fact that they're like, no, we're not trying to take away your porn. We're not trying to insult you, white people. We're trying to, no, we can actually see what you're doing. It's very obvious. You're not that clever, and trying to gaslight us into pretending that that's not what we're actually watching is more insulting than anything else you do.
Yeah, they think everyone is stupid. That's kind of why they're so pretentious and why it feels so hostile, because they do think everyone is stupid. It's that's part of their writing style too. It's like, oh, you're all idiots, so I need to make you aware and educate you because I've been educated by the University of TikTok and I know much better than you.
Oh,
which
God,
was proven over and over again to be wrong when they went up against like Charlie Kirk or whatever. That's why they had to shoot.
Whenever, like once in a while, my old disciple would crash out and have me like call me with a thing that she heard about, and I would be like, all right, cool, where'd you hear this from? And she's like, I don't remember. And I eventually said, yeah, you do remember, you're just too embarrassed to tell me.
It's TikTok, isn't it?
It's some fucking crash out loser on TikTok. That's all these people get their news from. It's all crash out losers and Hassan Piker. Occasionally you get someone who's a little bit smarter and they might watch Destiny because sure. like at the very least, Destiny hates Hassan, so I'm a little bit more I'm more okay with Destiny.
Destiny might be a weirdo, but he doesn't like communists. So
really?
He doesn't. That's why he hates Vosh, because Vosh is communist.
Interesting.
So he hates he might be weird, but he hates communists at the very least.
So he has, bro. I feel like there are so many times I listen to Destiny, and half the time it's like, okay, this guy has a brain in his skull, and then he'll say something else, and I'm like, are you retarded? Like who are you trying? What are you trying to pull here?
Goes to be fair, LD, everything has someone cranking to it. Yeah, I know that, but it felt like just overt. At the beginning of the series, FFS, I like I pointed out earlier, many women love. Well, I knew that, so that's kind of why I had the same feeling, right? It's like I watched it, I immediately knew someone was jerking off to this. I knew. I told Stu like, oh yep, if Jax and Pomni were not shipped before, they're definitely shipped now. That Jax almost choked out Pomni to death.
Actually,
they're definitely.
Let me find. I need to go to Patreon and find something just for stream memes.
Yeah, Alexander Five says LD still needs to watch Monica movie where Homer becomes a demon, and then the next movie when they finally finish making it. Well, here's what's interesting is that when they have like, I guess lesbian relationships or whatever in anime, a lot of times it's not really about being gay. It's just about a lot of times it kind of centers around a person who is just lonely and finally found someone they can relate to, and they just fall in love with them. So it's less about the focus on this is a queer gay relationship and more about someone who was lonely and lost finally found someone. So, and that's why I think that's why people are more accepting of like when it happens in anime as opposed to when it happens over here. Over here is just about, isn't it? Look, they're gay. Isn't that great? Oh, and in anime, it's like someone lonely found someone. That's a much better story and a lot more accepting.
And and whenever you have like a gay, like even between men, like those stories are a lot more tragic because like one of my gay best friends, he's like he hates being gay because he can't find anybody to like just be normal with, you know? Like he I was told that the only people having fun in the gay community is if you're really, really hot and really, really gay.
And really, really gay.
Being gay is not a choice. Being really gay, kind of a choice.
If you
Definitely a
embrace-
choice.
It's kind of like when they go in and like you know the whole thing of like okay when a gay man comes out of a coma or a induced sleep they lose the voice.
Yeah.
They don't have the gay inflection anymore because that's a learned thing.
It
No one
is.
has that naturally.
Mhm.
So they lose it for a little bit, and they have to remember. Wasn't there something that where like he came out of there and he forgot he was gay and then he remembered?
There have been I don't know about that, but I do know there have been cases where trans people with dementia will freak out one day and they're like, "What's wrong? Where is everything?"
Where's my dick?
Yeah. Or, you know, even like, where's my breasts? Where's my like what is this here between my legs?
Because they were like tricked into it, like they were groomed into it, and didn't actually believe this stuff. Because some people, that's one of the goals. They want to groom people into this. People have overtly said that, thinking it's normal. Like, oh yeah, we're trying to get people to become trans. That's what I've seen people say that.
Oh yeah, no, the whole cracking egg thing is not about like helping someone discover themselves. It's about turning someone into you. It's disgusting, it's blatantly grooming, it's a problem, and the fact that the trans community doesn't call it out more often is frankly a problem.
By the way, chat, we are just $8 away from Pillarman, $8 away, chat, just $8 away. Pretty sure, unless I have to update this thing. But we're getting really close. But anyway, here's the little interview segment.
Discussion online about Kara's queerness in the
Like, who's asking that? Like, no actual fan. It's like a small niche. Like one person asked that. How gay is she? Because they always ask that.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, I have to bring it up because it's controversial. Though he knows he's going to get a good sound bite no matter what her answer is.
Was that something that you explored when you were preparing for the role?
It wasn't, but in honor of Pride Month.
Like, no, of course not. No. Why would that be a thing that she explored? Making this movie doesn't make any sense.
I'm getting all these questions. I don't know. I think that what makes this film so beautiful is that it's not centered around a man. It's not centered around love at all. Exactly. If anything.
So that's the beautiful part. It's not centered around a man. That's good. It's not centered around love. That's also good, apparently.
Then again, like, hey, Supergirl, why should I watch your movie? What's so good about your movie? Oh, it's not centered around a man. I don't care about that. I watch anime. I watch anime based around girls all the time. I watch anime based on a girl's like very intimate journeys. Like, and I mean that without being gross. So
Yeah.
what makes your movie so special? Why should I care? Because it's not centered around a man and it's not centered about a romance. Cool. You told me nothing. Fuck off. I don't care.
And what was it? It's like a, yeah, it's so they have this, they have the you know the scripted responses and everything, but
Mhm.
yeah, it's not about like, oh, it's not about a man. It's about like, that's the beautiful thing about the movie. That's not about a man. It can't be about, the beautiful thing about this movie is about a woman coming to terms with her own like past I have to say trauma, but yeah, you just ruined that word, but that's kind of what the movie's about. It's about Supergirl kind of like coming to terms with her facing down what she went through when Krypton blew up, because she was there, she witnessed it.
Mhm.
And so that's why she kind of crashed out and is kind of a, you know, a drunk and stuff. But it should be like, the answer should have been probably something like that, like just it's about a girl coming to terms with her past pain, you know, about losing all of her family in one setting and losing everything she held dear. Everything is gone, and being one of the few members of her race left in existence. But
Yeah.
that's the beautiful part about her overcoming this emotional obstacle. That's not the beautiful part. The beautiful part is it's not about a man, and it's not about love. It should be all about love. it doesn't have to necessarily be a love for a man in this case. So it should be about love of herself, love of her family, like coming to terms with that she is really, that Clark should be really important in her life, things like that. But no, it's like the beautiful part is that it's not about a man, and it's not about love. Okay. That's the beautiful part. All right.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't really know, but I don't know.
Right? She's like, just get out of here. You're basically just telling the reporters, get the hell out of here. I don't want to talk to you.
Stop leaving my fucking door open.
Let's see. Lemon says there's nothing more queer than bestiality and PDF stuff. Let's see. That says the character who canonically dated a horse and animal is considered a queer icon. Well, that's true. That she did have a horse boyfriend. It's true. But I'm just tired of this whole narrative in Hollywood where it's like, if it's about a woman, it can't be about a man. She can't be obsessed about a man or falling in love with a man for some reason. I don't know why that's the case. When like every single, like most stories about men are about women. Like it's about him like making himself worthy for a woman or something.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That's a big thing. Even like I said before, even John Wick, his whole thing is about, trying to earn his right to remember his wife. Like his wife was a big central aspect of his motivation.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's crazy. Like every single one of these things. Like so many of these. So like Aragorn from Lord of the Rings, one of the greatest characters in literary history, is all about him, fighting for the right to marry Arwen and everything. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. But when it comes down to a woman, it can't possibly be about a man. It can't possibly be like that.
I don't know. She'd probably go both ways.
Probably. Like, whatever. I can't say she's straight because saying she's straight will get me in huge trouble.
Right.
Again, it's like, do I really want to make this my problem? All right, Supergirl is bisexual. All right.
Yeah.
Do we really want to make this my problem?
Bisexual girls are completely socially acceptable in every way because, well, it's awesome. It's kind of awesome.
I'm pretty sure even men are like, oh, yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Because for guys, let's be real. At least you know what, chat? I want a poll. Can I get a poll, actually?
Sure can, Stu.
Okay. God damn it. I should have known what I was walking into right there. That was on me. All right. I would like a poll. Fuck. All right, chat. Does it count? Do body counts count?
Yes.
If it's a girl. If your girl sleeps with another girl, do you care as much? Or is it like a 3/5 compromise situation where like they got to sleep with 3 girls before you consider it sleeping with another person? Like, how do I make a poll? You think it counts? Bro, I don't think it counts. I really
looks like this resounding yes. It looks
I don't think so. No, I for me and most other guys, like, no, it doesn't count. Like I see it as like a 3/5 compromise situation. I say like you got to sleep with 3 girls before I actually consider. It's actually worse, says Carlos. Bro, I need to know your logic. If they sleep with even 1, it counts. Yes.
Let's see.
Wow.
What about do you approve
if they use
Supergirl?
If they use power tools.
And see. What about safety tools? Way better. Safety tools.
Do you approve
anyway.
of Supergirl being
Live inside the binary of what we think a woman should be.
Okay. Dogs are better than people because they don't talk.
If only she followed her own advice and shut up, maybe Supergirl wouldn't be bombing.
She should. Well, a Supergirl, you don't really want a dog. You want a horse. That's kind of more for. Does that mean she's communist? Because a lot of communists analyze horsecock.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why that's a trend, but like all these communist guys tend to really, really like horsecock. Like Vosh, what's the other guy? Hassan's uncle, Cenk Uyghur. Like he went to he went to Congress to defend horsecock for whatever reason.
as bad as it is right now, with the tracking looking disastrously bad for Hollywood. You're getting articles such as Supergirl earns rave reviews, but the movie is still doomed. And the tracking has consistently.
I'm checking I'm checking if Chad and I are on the same page. If I'm really the one out of pocket here, I'm not afraid to admit that. But I still got to clarify with chat real quick. All right, chat. You just meet this girl. All right, I need to present the string of events. You just meet this girl and you start dating her, you want to hook up. She says, and you get to the body count question. You get the how many people you've been with. You say, I've been with one other girl, and they say, okay, I've been with 2 other girls and no guys. Is that okay to you? That's my question. So let's say you're one of those people, you want a trad wife, virgin waifu. She says she has been with no other guys, but she's been with 2 girls. I'll even do you one better if we want to do one better after this. Do those 2 girls count in your brain?
Well, technically, it's no, because there's a character arc in that situation, because she's come to light. She was once astray, and now has come back. It's what Jesus would do because of Mary Magdalene. Like, he forgave her, right?
Whorish activities aren't negated if she was cleansed. That's a low enough. We can work with that. Okay. Now let's try it again. Let's play with. Okay, thank you, chat. There we go. Now chat knows what I'm saying.
It's about number.
Okay, we're playing numbers now. I don't see women as sexual competition. That's it. That was my point. That was entirely my point. It wasn't the question of who would you rather get cheated on. The question was, you meet a new person and you're looking into her life. And for guys, there's a certain body count that every guy has a different body count that they find acceptable. And for most guys, girl bodies count less than guy bodies. In fact, guy bodies can have a multiplicative problem, The first kiss is the ultimate kiss. See, I would actually agree to that. The first kiss is pretty fucking awesome.
Do we get to keep the girls?
Do we get to keep the girls? No. Well, presumably you get to keep this new girl, the hypothetical new girl. You get to keep her. You don't get any of the older girls. And there's probably no way that they'll ever do a tag team thing. Like, you are seeking a complete monogamous relationship, no degeneracy, hand holding, you sex with the lights off under the covers for procreation, that kind of thing. Yeah. I'm not asking about what do you find okay with cheating. I'm saying if you had to date if you were a man and if you want to date a girl, like, how many girl bodies is your limit, or how many does it take before you start feeling weird about it? Because if I dated a girl and she had like 30 other sexual partners, I ain't touching that. No, thank you. That's a big no, thank you. But if she had, say, 5 ex-girlfriends and like I'm the only guy, I actually don't feel that weird about it. But that's just me.
I guess we'll see what the polls. The poll says, do you approve of Supergirl being bi? I think a lot of people might, but we'll see. But no seems to be winning right now. The no thing.
It's like Stalin questions. Quit trying to make it work. I'm not trying to make it work. I'm genuinely trying to put my finger on the pulse of what people think is acceptable. Because, like, I personally don't think it really counts that much if there's girls in the mix. Now, like, it's like, all right, two potential soulmates appear in front of you. One potential soulmate has had 2 guy ex-boyfriends that she slept with, and the other potential soulmate has 2 ex-girlfriends that they have slept with. And for you, in terms of the body count discussion, which is the more appealing deal for you?
Well, you see, according to Islam, it's Seg 162 says, what if you're just trying to try a guy, just the try guy?
You know what? I'm not. You're asking me personally. I don't know. I've not been in that situation. I had a friend who was in that situation, and he said he didn't mind it. He said the relationship was actually quite pleasant until it ended. So I don't know.
Usually
it
I
seems
go,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah.
Flipped when it started out at sort of 55 million for its
By the way, chat, we're $1, just $1 away from Pillarman. We're not there yet, but we're only $1 away.
opening weekend, and then went down to 51, 45, or even 40, depending on which tracking company you're paying attention to today. And it's really not surprising when this movie has massive fundamental problems, both from a creation standpoint of who this movie was made for.
I just really want this film to be seen by as many young women, I think.
It's not. All right, get off this idea that there's going to be a surge of women going to see Supergirl. All right, this is for men. All right, there's going to be men watching this. All right, don't think that if you have a Twilight movie and it's going to be about, we're going to add in a main character as a man or whatever, it's going to draw in a ton of men. It's not. It's still going to be emotionally a romance movie for women.
I like how chat's like trying to stack on additional modifiers. No, I said 2 potential soulmates. You would be equally happy with both of these girls. No, they will not share you. No, they do not approve of you trying out both of them. You have to pick. And they are an equal in every way with they're even equal in the amount of ride or die that they have for you. It comes down to body count. The girl that slept with 2 girls is more appealing, or the girl that slept with 2 guys is more appealing. Again, I'm trying to keep the numbers low, and I'm trying not to inflate them.
So I mean, I know they love Islam. So isn't Islam say like 3 women equal 1 man or something like that? So
that's a good point. Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah.
Let's see.
Specifically as possible,
along with the marketing strategy designed to get people into the cinema.
Or one of these, though, like the thing is, it's a superhero film, so the predominant gender of the audience that's going to go see this is going to be men. You saw this last time with when they released the Harley Quinn Birds of Prey movie. They were thinking that it's going to be every theater in the world is going to be bursting to the brim with women, but it wasn't. Women did not go see that movie. Men, however, did.
Issues has been Millie Alcock herself.
Discussion online about Kara's queerness in the comics. Was that some...
I want to point to the sheer glee that she has at this question. This isn't someone trapped by a journalist or doesn't want...
I think she's laughing at the question itself. Like, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think this guy's kind of popping off for no reason.
Like I said, I don't really blame the actors anymore, but not all the way anyway.
This is someone who loves this question. It makes her happy. Now, of course, the interview in question he's referring to was from this.
Over the years, many fans have embraced Supergirl as a queer icon.
Now, the other piece pointed to know what fans interpret you as.
Along the timeline, along the Reddit timeline, every character is trans and or queer icon, even if it doesn't make any sense.
You are a specific thing. There's a reality to it, and it's not something you want attached to the movie. For many,
it'll just glob onto anything and say it's a queer icon because what then are you going to do? Say no? And then again, it comes down to: am I going to make this my problem? Are you going to just allow them to make it a queer icon, or are you going to make it your problem and have the entire media industry kind of call you a Nazi and call you homophobic and say that you're against gay people and that you love Hitler and all that stuff? Are you going to do that, or are you just going to say, yeah, whatever, just make him a gay icon, I don't care? So those are the choices you have. Say yes to make your character a gay icon and sacrifice his nuts in the altar of wokeness, or are you going to make it your problem? So that's kind of where a lot of companies and people are. Like, I don't really want to fight this fight. I don't really want to make this my problem.
Reasons. One of them being that It is also known as the same thing. And so
yeah, It is a queer icon, apparently. And Babadook is like, all these horror icons are also queer icons, apparently.
So was Chucky. We're not in good company here, especially for a family movie.
Chucky, by the way. What was it? Chucky, by the way, has a quote, says that he has a date with a 10-year-old boy.
Ew.
Queer icon, apparently. All right.
Fucking the gays are also really into horror for some reason. Like they all seem to like it.
Because not just because of wokeness either. It's Bret Easton Ellis has a whole segment in his book White where he talks about how horror taught him that it's not about getting your way all the time. That life has obstacles and things to overcome. It actually made him based. He kind of credits horror movies by making them based. So because Bret Easton Ellis is very much against wokeness. He's been canceled several times. One of my favorite quotes is like what comes from an interview that he was doing to help promote his book White. It goes, triggering the leftists or the liberals is kind of like eating icing. Like you don't want to do it, but it's just so delicious. That's Barry Ellis, the guy who made American Psycho. But he is very, very gay. So most of one thing 5 says, if you ask Gary Nerdrotic, you didn't know owned a comic store, would let you know that those who bought female lead comics were guys. Weirdos. But yeah, it's people who read Supergirl were guys. And mostly the people who read superhero comics in general are guys. So it's not going to be a magic flood of young women going to go see. I think they're imagining like little girls going to go see this. I don't think so. It's not a little girls kind of movie. It's kind of very much like a guy-centric movie. It's gonna be like action and space aliens and everything. That's guy stuff, right? That's not. I don't see little girls clamoring to go see John Wick. I don't see little girls, clamoring to go see all these Marvel movies. It's basically like dudes and their girlfriends going to see this stuff. Like there wasn't like a huge influx of little girls or whatever going to see Birds of Prey. It was mostly dudes, and we have this because they report on the numbers and who was actually in attendance. And so it's kind of weird that you want to just have this be for little girls or whatever, but no, it's not really going to be the case. It's going to what the statistics have shown is that even if it's a female lead, a superhero movie is going to draw in a bunch of guys. Yeah. So start making them for guys. As the end of it. That's the end of it. At the
very least, stop insulting guys in your movie.
Yeah, in these movies.
It's really like it's honestly just kind of old that every single piece of media that comes out has been insulting us. And we like Bluey has the same problem apparently. I think I watched like 10 minutes of Bluey one time and was like, yeah, we're never watching this in our house, kind of thing. But apparently, no, it's very common for the dad to just be made fun of the entire time. The kids just openly disrespect him, call him fat and stupid. It's crazy.
It's just the norm now. Like, don't respect. That's supposed to be the joke. It's supposed to be like, usually the dad is the one that holds the family together, is super competent and awesome. And so it's funny that this dad is an idiot. That's kind of what was the joke. Now it's like, oh, well, dad is supposed to be the idiot because he's a man and men are idiots. Let's see. Alex Halo 5 says, speaking of, technically in Fate, Britain is destroyed by a girl. Mordred was born from two girls through magic and both parents hate Mordred. Yes, I heard that the story was crazy because it involves like dick girls or whatever, but
So the reason we tolerate Fate Stay Night's bullshit is because it's so blatantly bullshit. It's not trying to hide what it is. Like Fate Stay Night started as porn. And yeah, it started as porn. And when people asked, hey, why'd you make King Arthur a girl? The writer said, oh, they would only greenlight my visual novel as if I made it about a guy who has sex with a lot of hot girls. And everyone's like, all right, fair enough. Like, that's the end of it, And
they had a story to tell, but they wouldn't let me tell that story unless they made it a porn.
Why are all these people hot girls? Because it is, man. Like,
sells way better.
We're not the How It's Made channel, This is Fate Stay Night. This is about like threesomes and having sex to transfer mana.
Let's see. The sad part is, LD, that if they try to take the advice of Make It for Guys, they just make her dress in the most stripper-esque clothes imaginable. Like they don't. They not only don't get it, they can't get it. Because their idea for what a man is very toxic, like this the most toxic boyfriend they've ever dated. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of what they think men are. I just overly emotional, only respect power, and are just like get mad at the slightest provocation. Yeah, and want all women to dress as strippers. It's kind of basically what they think men are. So it's kind of like they come in saying, "Oh, hello, fellow men." It's kind of like that. Like obviously they think they know, but they don't.
Movie, especially a family movie that should be aimed at the majority of men. But I'm sure Billy Alcott can do basic maths and give the right answer.
I played a few characters that might have a potential queer through line.
She drunk? This is drunk.
I want to hit her. Like, oh my god, what is that voice?
He's like she's on something or drunk.
Friends.
I don't know why I should care. This isn't about you, darling. You don't matter. And depending who you ask on the internet, you either look like a boy from Mad Max or Cillian Murphy. And quite frankly, I'm going with this one. We could play a game of
They look a lot like, yeah. It's crazy.
spot the difference here. So far, the only thing I've got is you've got an upturned nose, and he has better eyebrows.
So honestly, I'm kind of honored. I think because she doesn't live inside the binary of what we think a woman should be, that is what makes her so
She's wearing a dress.
special and so exciting and so new.
New? It's all we've seen for a decade now. Honestly, I'd say you lived under a rock, but these people can only comprehend themselves.
It's like every interview. It's like, this is the first time we're doing this. It's a break from the norm. Like, no, this is the norm. She's not like other girls. Is the norm now? Going back to tradition would be groundbreaking at this point.
Yeah,
that would be subversive.
Not done the role, that means it's original. I can only assume she's talking about her beating up people, but that's got nothing to do with this. It doesn't matter what you're doing, it matters who you're doing it for. Over time, we've had Black Widow, Kate Beckinsale, and Underworld, and of course, Tomb Raider. All of these women kicked ass, but they were definitely solidly in that binary.
Was that not Cillian Murphy? I know what Cillian Murphy looked like. Like, I didn't think that looked like him, but I haven't seen him in a long time. So he could have had a lot of work done. Like, this is Cillian Murphy after he had a bunch of like facials or something. After like plastic surgery.
I like how people are like, what does she mean by binary? The reason you're confused and you don't understand why they're saying that is because they don't know why they're saying that.
There's been kind of given stuff to say by a PR team.
Yeah, they have no idea what they're actually saying. They don't know what they believe because there is no united understanding of how, like, essentially a queer person is supposed to be. They have nothing but a set of stereotypes that they go off of for everything. Like, what is a man? Oh, it's a masculine, like, toxic. No, that's a stereotype.
Toxic evil gym bro.
Yeah, these people, they only think of it in ways of like, what am I supposed to be based on this preconception?
Like, you're supposed to be super masculine or super feminine. That's kind of like the way they think the binary is.
Yeah, so they think that that's why you see all these trans girls like get into weird like fetish stuff, because they like, again, the unwell trans people, they only understand the opposite gender based on like porn stereotypes. Like, oh, we're just a bunch of it's a bunch of trans girls. We're all getting together for a sleepover and we're having pillow fights and kissing. That doesn't really happen at like, I don't know how to tell you this, guys. I don't want to break the fantasy for you, but I regret to inform you that young girls don't usually get together, have pillow fights, and make out. That's a bullshit thing.
Turns out real life is not a porno.
Yeah, girls don't really do that. And those that do, you really don't want to associate with them because they're kind of gross.
And what was it? Yeah, it is very, very interesting how that happens. But yeah, they just kind of like see the other side by, through pornography, not reality. It's kind of like some people saying like it's kind of like they're putting on a woman face, like they're pretending to be women, like, but it's always an exaggerated version of women. And so Carl basically says, Shura was originally supposed to be a girl with a male King Arthur, but they said no. That's why Shura has wife skills and why Saber is a girl. Yeah, because they know their audience. Like we need to cater our audience a little bit more.
Someone pointed out Yowie. Yowie is actually a really good example of a porn addicted girl, because I was reading my one friend's my intern's like go-to Yowie thing, and like I was reading through it and I'm like, I don't think this author has ever met a gay man in their life, because gay men would not act this faggoty. like these boys at this all boys school, where if you don't service so many guys per month, you get gangbanged. They not one of those was a gay man, I guarantee.
Let's see. Rogue Oracle says, have you published any books? Just came from Raymond video and want to read more. I've self-published 2. And I'm coming out with a new series, Lady of Midnight, that should be launching next month, which I worked really hard creating. I'm gonna say hard on, but I think that'd be too much laughter from that. But I worked very, very diligently on this series and all the stuff within it. So hopefully, people will like it. And I'm hoping to launch later next month. Hopefully. But I've also published 2 books: Dr. Alpha Miracle Child and Dr. Alpha Dead Man's Lullaby, which is a part 1 of a trilogy. So if I get Lady Midnight to fund, and especially if we get into the coloring stage, like the full color stage, then I could definitely jumpstart Dead Man's Lullaby Part 2 as well.
Why? Because they were designed for men and they wanted to look good doing it. Contrast it to Millie, who should have gone, it's just my job to look good for everybody. Instead, she went, I'm honored that you think I look like a man.
It's like, yeah, you haven't lived. Okay, again, there's a difference between a gay man and a really gay man. The only people, like, again, I'm not going to use, if I use a slur, I use it for comedy reasons. I'm not going to use it to describe someone who
and a really gay man.
Yeah, like there's a difference between a gay man and a really gay man, and the only people that are going to those San Francisco, LA party things are really gay men who are really hot, and those are the only people in the gay community having fun. You know, everyone else is miserable, unhappy, and rife with mental problems.
And that's what it sounds like. It's the fabulous ones.
And gender roles aren't just what you do in a movie. It very much matters who you're doing it for. Who is the movie aimed at? And if you get that wrong, then you end up with actors giving terrible interviews like these.
She'd do what she'd want to do in that regard anyway.
Instead of, look, everyone's welcome to like the character how they want. If that's what they're into, that's fine. But I'm here to just look good on the screen and be hot for everybody. Kara, of course, is one of the last 2 people of her species. She is 100% going to repopulate the universe, and that definitely means she's there for men. That's a lot better story than one about depression. Sorry.
Trauma.
Now, after that interview, there's obvious backlash. You've got a mismatch between your marketing and the target audience of the movie. What should be the target audience? For most actresses, this would be enough. You're already having comparisons to Rachel Ziegler.
And if you disagree with this,
Well, yeah, because she's saying the same exact stuff, same exact attitude. Like, it's not about men. Men suck, and it's supposed to be about her having her own power. Despite the fact that, you know, there's a if it's a female protagonist, she should be obsessed with a man. She should be concerned about there should be a love interest in her life, because if there's always that for men, there's definitely should always be one for women. Women are way more into that than men are. Men have like this whole thing of like, I'm going to serve my lady. That's kind of what men have. That's kind of why, you know, men can have like the memory of the wife or some princess they want to acquire by, you know, becoming good enough to deserve them or to earn them. Or women like the emotional growth of it all, like the chaos of the relationship and dating a vampire or whatever.
Straight up. I've been watching an anime called Undead Unluck, and it is like the most girly gooner softcore porn I've ever read, because it is basically a Twilight level setup where all the supernatural elements line up so that this girl has to be in a relationship with this ancient demigod, like murderous killer. Turns out, like, I'm going to give you the premise of the anime. It's great. There's a girl at the beginning. She's kind of a downer. She never went to high school, of course. And she's trying to kill herself at the beginning of the story, because it turns out her unluck hurts people. There's a guy that shows up. He's big, muscular, very manly, of course. And he touches her, and she's like, you shouldn't have done that. And he goes, why? And it turns out he gets killed. He gets run over by a train due to an unfortunate mishap. And she starts crying and says, I knew that, you know, this always happens. And he pops right back up and he regenerates instantly. And he goes, oh, that was weird. Like, how did you kill me? Or how did you destroy my body? And she's like, it's my power or whatever. Like, anyone who touches me, like, dies. And he's like, oh, good. I've been trying to die for the last 400 years. You'll do. And it's really entertaining, because throughout the first episode, we kind of find out how it's working. And it turns out the way her powers works, the more she likes someone and then she touches them, the more horrific and comedically explosive their death is. And
that's
so
great.
His solution is, oh, all right, so I'm going to make you fall in love with me. We're going to have sex, and then you're going to kill me. And that's the whole story. So like in episode 2, he's like, all right, strip naked, we're gonna have sex. And she's like, wait, that's not how my powers work. Like, I have to like you in order for it to kill you. And if you force me to sleep with you, then I'll hate you forever and it won't work. And he's like, oh yeah, that makes sense. All right, I'm gonna make you fall in love with me first. And like, he's such a fucking Chad about the whole thing. It's great. It's really, and the thing is, the story is really complicated. And there's a lot of things happening, and all these people have really weird fucking powers. And it's really good, man. I highly recommend it. But like,
that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, the guy is awesome, and the girl is just the most Bella Swan coded character ever. I hate everything about what you just said. No, it's fantastic. I recommend watching it. It's like, there is no sex in it. It's just kind of an ecchi. It's kind of like a shonen action ecchi show. In fact, I think it was featured in Shonen Jump. Yeah.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, I guess it might be, the shonen stuff. You know what was, speaking of shonen, so my latest video goes over like what men like in stories, what women like in stories. Towards the end there, after I do a rewrite of the Force Awakens to kind of emphasize this, and a lot of people said that their minds were blown when I said, oh yeah, so Harry Potter was written by a woman, and so of course it might lead to the Wizarding War, but it's really about like social conflict and emotional growth. If it was written by a man, the main character probably would be kind of lowly, and the whole focus would not be on social conflict, but really on him getting stronger and fighting bad guys and overpowering enemies. And I'm like, oh yeah, that's Mashal Muscle and Magic, which is a Harry Potter parody, which is all about that. It's for men. It's a shonen, and we're like, whoa, I never. Yeah, you're right. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Let me see.
Sentiment. Just hit the unfollow button. I don't need your business. Thanks.
That never works out. They think that this, it's just going to be one or two people, and then boom, you lost 85% of your audience, like Star Wars did. Because that's kind of what Star Wars did. It's like, oh yeah, we don't need those old white men. We don't need. It's not 1970 anymore. Okay, we don't need like 50-year-old white men. It is for the current generation. Well, your story sucks. The current generation doesn't like your stories because they suck. And then the 50-year-old white men went away, and with them was 85% of your audience. Well done.
Face it, in some of the interviews, Rachel Zegler was better.
What made you want to step into this world of DC heroes? I needed a job. I'm being so serious.
I just, at least just being honest, like I just need work, bro. It's not a big social thing. It's not a big I need to spread awareness kind of thing. It's like I need a paycheck. I got bills to pay, and yeah, I just need a job, man. It's not that complicated sometimes.
A bit too honest, but still better than Millie Alcock. That meant she doubled down in the next interview, and all she had to do was follow her own advice.
Dogs are better than people. Because they don't talk.
This is one of the opportunities in life where it actually would have been beneficial for her to come across as a bitch.
That's something that you explored.
Listen, but in honor of Pride Month,
I'm not really sure what the month has to do with it. Her entire planet has been destroyed. We'd be about to witness the biggest baby boom in history. The only trauma she'd be experiencing is her lower half as she tried to pump out more babies than a chav on heat.
I think that what makes this film so
That was a pretty good British joke.
beautiful is that it's not centered around a man. It's centered around love.
Yeah, but it should be. It's the only reason you exist. We already had Superman.
Well, yeah, it should be. Like Superman's whole thing is usually centered around Lois Lane. Like a lot of times, a lot of the stuff around Superman is around Lois Lane, and people don't count it because it's usually about him saving Lois Lane. But he is saving her, right? I guess he wouldn't be concerned if he didn't care about her. So all of these things about Superman saving Lois Lane, they kind of focus on, oh, well, she's just a damsel in distress. Yeah, but he's saving her. His enemies know that they can leverage him, they can wound him, they can get to him by harming her because he loves her. So a lot of the Superman stories are centered around how much Superman loves a woman and how attached he is to her. Even Zack Snyder knew this. Where, yeah, I don't like his version of Superman, but like his whole version of Superman is like, he only cares for Earth because he cares for Lois.
And so if you're just arbitrarily going to change the gender of Superman, then it has to be for a story reason. It has to be looking at the difference between the two, otherwise there's no point in the character existing. And in this situation, the only difference between them would be motherhood, and it's important. No, I don't really care if you're in love with them, but your planet's been destroyed. You better start popping them out either way. But as to the other part...
That it's not centered around a man.
Yes, you can sense the Rachel Zegler here.
She's not going to be saving the prince, and she's not...
Wasn't the point of, like... What's his name sending Clark to Earth was like, you need to have babies, Clark.
Yeah, in the Guns version, yeah, he's just like a Viltrumite now. You got to make a harem.
Well, for the good of Krypton, Dad, you got it.
Well, if I must, I must.
Going to be dreaming about true love. Weird.
Some people learn from others' mistakes, others follow them off the same cliff.
That it's not centered around a man.
There are two ways you can take this statement. Obviously, it's not centered around that. It's Supergirl. She's the main
Supergirl, yeah,
character in her own movie.
It would be kind of weird if it was centered around a man. However, if they did center it around a man in a movie called Supergirl, How You Like the Taste of Your Own Medicine, that would be one thing. Because they keep doing that to men. Like it's a male-centric story. It's supposed to be about a man, but it's really about this other person. Like Picard was really about Soji for a while.
But the other way would be, of course it should be centered around them. They're the audience. Every single part of the movie, including her, everything she does, and the way she looks, should be centered around them and their desires. It should be giving them everything they want, because they're the audience. If you want this to be a successful movie, of course you have to center it around them. There is no one else. And yet, as that is the attitude of the actress, and presumably the rest of the movie, all the PR marketing and everything else, it means this movie doesn't even know why it exists. It doesn't know who it exists for. And so just from that...
Kal-El, you must ensure the continuation of the species. Exactly. Kal-El, no. I mean, you should have gone with... If that's the fact, if that's the case, then you should have gone to, like, Paradise Island. I mean, it's like... gift wrap free Superman. Just get in there and a gift wrapped harem. Is follow in the footsteps of Hercules and give with the Amazonian queen. Make an Amazonian harem. So it's not just about human women. It's about you're making like a harem out of these super women. So I think that would be more in line with what your dad would have wanted.
That sentence alone, it was obvious this movie was going to fail because without understanding that,
you
will
with an island full of lesbians. Do you really want to deal with that?
They're only going to be lesbian until Superman gets there. All right. Then boom, factory settings.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Make the wrong movie and target it at the wrong people and inevitably flop. This is one of the foundational problems of Hollywood nowadays.
I think that what makes this film so beautiful is that it's not centered around a man.
It's beautiful that they targeted the wrong people. It's beautiful that men aren't involved. This wasn't just a decision about target markets or audiences. They think that by specifically cutting them out, it makes the movie artistic, gorgeous. That by cutting them out in everything they want, it makes it better. The exclusion to them isn't neutral. It's an advantageous feature.
I don't know. Could probably go both ways.
I mean, if this featured Kate Beckinsale and Angelina Jolie in their prime, that would definitely be an advantage. But as you look like Cillian Murphy, it looks like you already have. Now, those interviews came from places where it was obvious the questions they were going to ask, and yet there was...
Yeah, if that is Cillian Murphy, it looks like him after having a lot of work done.
Still invited, specifically. They have tiny, insignificant audiences. They're tiny, insignificant niches. And yet they were the ones that were handpicked to go here, specifically because they knew they'd ask those kind of questions. That's how they wanted the movie marketed. When you're spending this much money on marketing, everything is deliberate. Everything is planned. The problem is that kind of marketing
everything is awesome. Oddly enough, that kind of happened in a comic where the Superman was the only living man on the planet. Was it Silver Age? I feel like a Silver Age thing.
Actually, there was a manga or something. It was I've been told it's pretty decent, called A Harem at the End of the World, and like there was like this great catastrophe, and then like a bunch of guys went into coma, and when he woke up, like he was like one of 5 guys remaining on the planet, and so buckle up, buddy.
Time for harem.
Well, and the thing is, at that point, it would be a tragedy. Like straight up, if you were the last guy left on Earth, not only because, yeah, you got some work to do, but also like imagine being one of the girls who wasn't in close proximity to this guy. You would never know romance. You would never know a relationship. Like that sounds awful.
What was it? It's imagine the Night Elves from Warcraft. Mm-hmm. It's like this. It's just a bunch of women who kind of sit around and guard the forest, but all their men slept. Mm-hmm. All their men just slept. They went to sleep. I do like Warcraft, but it is exactly what happened without exaggeration. All the women kind of kept guard and fought bad guys and got themselves killed while all the men slept.
And the guys, when they woke up, they're like, "What the fuck happened?
What did you do?
You were asleep."
This is wandering the Emerald Dream.
So shallow, so much of a non-entity for such a minor amount of people, that actually you never get round to good marketing for your movie. And so when you get asked a normal question, you end up with something like this next clip. And I'm just going to leave it running because I think you need to appreciate the sheer, unadulterated, unedited impact of it.
How did you approach stepping into such an iconic role and making Kara your own?
It's just kind of finding their humility and finding the way in which they interact with the world, so the way that they perceive themselves and the way that they perceive the world and the way that the world perceives.
You're saying nothing. So the answer is nothing. The answer is I need a job, bro.
Yeah.
I needed a job. They gave me lines. I read the lines. All right. That's it. That's the real answer. I need a paycheck. Like, I don't know. I have to make up some philosophical bullshit to answer all this. Like, no, it's not everything is a artistic choice. Sometimes you just need a job. Sometimes you just need a paycheck. All right. And Supergirl probably pays pretty well. I see Wolfsbane says world end harem stew. Also, I remember a part where he meets regular women and the older women form a mob because they remember what it's like to be with a man.
Yeah. No, basically this guy gets mobbed and it's kind of sad because like you kind of get what they're going through. It's like a shitty situation. Like there's like a couple guys who are like, bro, this is awesome. Like, they're like, who am I with today? It's like you have these 10 to go through and you could have your pick of what else, but your quota is 10. And it's like, damn, that sounds awesome. But also like, if that is your life too, I can imagine that would be a very empty life when that stops being fun, because that probably will stop being fun.
Probably like after a while.
Yeah.
Insane.
It had to be a while, but imagine.
But eventually
it would be pretty bad.
Insane. Let's see here. So Miso Honey tipped says, thanks for the $2 super chat. Says LD, have you seen Superman and Supergirl's new outfits from MAWS season 3? They look awful. There's also a cringe scene where a little girl tells Kara Superman protects them, but Supergirl fights for them. Well, how's that different? Like, doesn't Superman also does that? But no, I haven't seen past season 1 because that's enough. They should have ended the show after season 1. Really, I mean, My Adventure Superman, like it was enough. Like season 1 was, I liked it because it brought like the good Clark back. Like he's good. He's not evil or secretly evil or anything like that. He's actually a good person who wants to do good. And was able to tell off Lois like the first episode because she's being weird.
Yeah.
But after that, it's like, come on, man, this enough. It got super weird, very Tumblr, very quickly. Unfortunately,
I do hate to do this, but it's almost noon here, and I got to get to work. So,
it sounds good. Thank you for stopping by, Stu. Hope you have a good day.
Bye bye.
Let's see. All right. There we go.
I think really is a great in to finding out the way that a person behaves.
What the fuck was that about? Honestly, it reminded me of this.
That we are guided by what we see.
Yeah, she kind of has like a Kamala Harris kind of feel to her speech, like blah, 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 blah.
That can be unburdened by what has been.
So with the box office collapsing,
like they're just drunk all the time. I remember watching this whole thing where there's an interview with Kamala Harris, and she's saying something, and then the Fox News people are like, "Okay, we're gonna have to decipher that later." We'll come back to this later when we've deciphered what she actually said.
Millie Alcott crater it even further.
And it's always awesome to see her interviews because then the guy having to listen to whatever dribble comes out of her mouth, he has to go like, oh yeah. He to pretend that he understands what she's saying, but nobody does.
The studio hit the break glass in case of emergency button. They pulled out the superfans.
If, like, Sauron is hot, I feel like people will be like,
oh, super fans. Because I wonder if you could be a professional super fan. Is that a thing where you can just, like, you could just wheeled around to every franchise interview as a super fan? Like, oh, yeah, I'm a super fan of Lord of the Rings. I'm a super fan of Star Wars. I'm a super fan of Star Trek. Yeah, just ask me whatever. David Buzzard was just talking and saying nothing. Didn't Kamala get caught drunk doing his... She's always drunk during speeches. I'm pretty sure she's just naturally drunk. It's her natural state at this point.
I can fix him.
No, not him. Warner Brothers released a social media embargo early, allowing them to talk about it on Thursday rather than the original Monday night. Surely this is a sign of confidence for the movie. No, as most of the professional critics haven't even seen the movie yet, and their review embargo doesn't actually release until Wednesday, the day before the movie releases. Sign of confidence, surely. The social media reviews are from people like you've already seen questions being asked by. They're hand-selected, get to go to the red carpet, given a special experience. It's about as controlled a message as you can get about a movie, which as it's controlled by the company means it's worthless. I don't even know why they do this. No one believes or respects the message, but it does allow an entire week of positive messaging about the movie, in the desperate hope that normies will hear about it sometimes. I mean, they are using these quotes in the marketing themselves. First impressions are everything. Get your tickets now. And it is just hand-selected creator, hand-selected person, hand-selected person. Also, if you notice, identitarian, and then the Hollywood Reporters Roundup, which is interesting. As they say, is Supergirl going to fly? The first wave of social media reactions are below. Keep in mind that social media first reactions to advanced screenings always tend to skew at least slightly more positive than a film's eventual
Yeah, because they just saw the film and it's always going to be an emotional rush. And that's why you tend to like a film better once you just see it and you walk out. It takes a little bit for the emotions to kind of die down and you're able to look at it objectively. That's why. So it takes a little bit. It takes a little bit. And then as Ball says, if you bring in a real superfan, they would have to end. Yeah, because like a real superfan is like Henry Cavill and they don't like him. They kind of drummed him out because he was too much of a fan. They would have to end the interview early because they would bring up all the story inconsistencies and plot holes riddled in said medium. Exactly. That's exactly what would happen. Especially for Lord of the Rings. Like, could you imagine if they brought in like a gang of actual Tolkien scholars and interviewed them? That would be crazy.
Census. Here's what influencers, fan bloggers, and some critics are saying. We're going to write down what they're saying, but we don't believe it either. And of course, putting them into video marketing, which really reeks of the superfans.
Epic.
Amazing.
Super fun.
Awestruck. Mystified and starstruck.
The DC Universe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. How come every gaggle of superfans they bring on are like these non-binary theater kids? Like, why are they all just like super woke looking? They look like they've been on Tumblr all their lives. They just none of them look like superfans. Like, I don't see why aren't they wearing like their shirts that they should be wearing? Why do they all look like corporate approved people who would be on a diversity brochure?
This will never be the same again.
It's Radio Lord of the Rings.
Get your tickets
now.
And even then, when you read the reactions, you're sort of thinking,
let's see. Lady Fazos is actually, now that I think about it, it's even worse if there were so few men left, because they would milk for the genetic material via dummy doll and artificial insemination would commence. Yeah, probably. Because it could be easily overpowered. Anyway, chat, we're gonna go ahead and end the stream here. Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate it. We're going to go ahead and go to stream memes. We did manage to make it to Pillarman and surpass Pillarman. Thank you very much, everyone. Appreciate it. We'll get down over here. Let's see. All right, chat. We're going to get down to business. So, lower your volume or raise your volume, whatever you prefer, chat. Whatever you prefer. And Pillarman, and 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ay, 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 ay.
Oh, yes, best chat. All right, here we go. Streaming. Thank you much, everyone, for your generosity. All right, we got a pretty good head start for tomorrow as well. Pretty good head start for tomorrow. Tomorrow's Pelletman, too. So, chat. So, here we go. Monday mode. Makes sense. Let's see. Gary has brought you a brain cell. He believes you desperately need one. Let's say thanks to Gary. Thank you much, Gary. Let's see. What is this? This is the TSA oversized liquids to bin before. Oh yeah, I've had this happen before. Like I had this like this decent sized bottle of Listerine before I went on a flight. And like, oh, you can't have that here. Like what? What do I do with it? You got to throw it away, sir. But I paid a lot of money for this. Listerine is really expensive compared to what it does. But yeah, I had to like give it away. I had to leave it behind. It's pretty insane. Like, am I really going to blow up an airplane with some ranch or something? If you're visiting the very large sporting event and you happen to discover ranch while you're here, please pack it in your check bag on the way home. Thank you. This is TSA oversized liquids bin before my flight. The Europeans have gone crazy for ranch. Mother's Day. Father's Day. Yeah, baby. Scott Alexon, my son has created a primitive pillow fort. My daughter, unable to break her way in, has wandered to the kitchen and is eating his self-finished dinner while he screams, "No, mine!" from behind his walls. I could hear "Stop her." I think it's important to let children learn important lessons like when the enemy's fortifications are impregnable, pillage the countryside until starvation forces them out. Very important. The smiling friends go to Brazil. I think it's something like that. It's the pros and cons of shedding light on the subject. Pro, con, now you know what you're dealing with. Con, now what you're dealing with knows you. Ominous positivity. You will be okay. You have no choice. Everything will turn out fine. You can't stop it. You will succeed. It is inevitable. Happiness is coming. You can't escape. These are like kind of like a fortune cookie things. Let's see. Text redacted, image redacted, text redacted. Figure 4, ethically modified reconstruction of a meme. Babe, please save blank with me. I'm so horny. Have sex with me. I'm so horny. Reality is gay. It's kind of what happened. Enough. There we go. Relationship upgrade. After massive amounts of ship tease, the credit sequence very heavily implies Zubul and Gangle have finally become an actual couple. Like, I thought they were the entire time. We see Ragatha awkwardly walking away from Zubul's room as hearts coming out from under it, and in the process, going past Gangle's empty one. Let's see. Do you remember that time when mom and dad got into a big fight because he called her the mother of all his disappointments? Vividly. He never insulted her like that. I just realized something. He wasn't insulting her. Holy shit. Yeah, it took me 30 years to figure that out, which only reinforces his point if you think about the mother of all disappointments. Like, no, this is like, yeah, you're the mother of all disappointments. Spider-Man does whatever Spider-Man does whatever a spider can. Spins a web any size, catches thieves, eats those guys. Hey, wait, don't do that, Spider-Man. Godzilla destroyed all monsters melee remastered. I want to buy this. Great, I'll throw it in a Grand Theft Auto 6 for free. If that game even touches Godzilla, I will kill you. My morning glory doesn't like the wind chime. Like, no, enough of this. When someone compliments you and you don't know how to act, like, okay. And see, I left my front door open and my Roomba just went out and I can't find it. What are the consequences of this? It has no natural predators. It'll be dead soon. Nature abhors a vacuum. They are putting something in the water that makes you pee. That's bad. Listen, Mom, I just got admitted to a super prestigious institute. Are you proud of me yet? Mental health, like it's a really good mental health institute. RPG murder hobo flowchart. DM talks and stuff. You encounter someone new. It's a people talk at it with words, nothing interesting happens, then kill it to death. But if it's a monster and not of a non-PC race, then kill it to death. Then do it. Does it have stuff? If yes, take all the stuff. If no, mutilate the body. Very reasonable. However, if you talk to someone that's a person, story moves forward. Learn where more stuff to take and kill monsters and take and monsters to kill are. And over here with the monster, if you mutilate the body, then you go back to the DM talks and stuff. I'm homophobic, seriously. It's all bark and no bite. Wrong. I'm a brave girl and I can take any challenge. To fill this out, there was a job application. Who are you? There wasn't anyone like you in the future. Come on, I'm here for you. Boom. And there it is. I saw this one. Confirming that Jax, if she wasn't a huge piece of she wasn't a huge piece of shit. And say, this is proof he's trans or SMTH. Straight and cis. Arrow ace, or are you saying he's a straight asexual? He's lesbian. Jack does asexual. Just get all these different answers. I'm like, I understand you're paid. I can't send this asshole. Just nothing really changed, and other than he put on a bow once, and boom, I understand him completely now. Character Jesse Story. Is it a frog? Okay, and then the end of a show. Oh yeah, this is the Evangelion, and then emotional damage. I've been betrayed by the government I've been giving everything to. I don't think you have, mate. I don't think you have. It's everything woke turns. It's true. Turns to shit. It really does. It's a British, and there is Kane trying to figure out Minecraft. Let's see. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters duels. I must defeat the evil spirit that has taken possession of Bakura. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX duels. I must defeat this chicken. Happy Father's Day to all fathers around the world except this man. Why? He just wanted to give his daughter her best friend. I mean, just have them together. God, you're perfect. How perfect. Let's see. The majestic. This is a majestic carving. I like the Emperor Nero is like a neck beard. It was preserved for generations to see. This is a majestic carving of Emperor Nero Claudius. We must preserve it for generations to see. Do not bother wishing for something so plebeian. If you wish, I can arrange a harem for you. Let's see. Rip putting her bow on Jax was just her hitting on him. Yeah, I think that's why he blushed. If I had a nickel for every character whose catchphrase is one more thing out of 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's strange it happened twice. Barry the platypus. I'm back from the game of Russian roulette with the guys. Did you win, Pops? You really don't know what Russian roulette is, do you? Are you trying to say that clinkers are people too? It's Uncle Vanya and I worked without rest, afraid to spend a kopeck on ourselves. What the hell is this? We're crying out loud. Somebody throw a pie. Exactly. Let's see. And then here's Aura's head. Whoa, my burgers are ruined. What if I were to get a Whataburger in disguise as my own grilling? That boy ain't right. Romance written by a man. Romance written by a woman. This is definitely true. Pretty true. Jax, look, I know you won't be getting along. This is Kaufmo. I know you won't be getting along, but I think I might have found a way to take you back to the past to play the shitty games that suck ass. Rooster Fighter creator Drew Kaiji wearing a Mexico jersey after South Korea win. That's pretty funny. It's your bra shop is showing. Boom. It's I'm telling Kane, give us the ability to have sex and the abstraction rate will drop to 0. Gangle. Let's see. And why am I here? You know why. They're just watching. What even is Ribbit and Pomni? So yeah, I was really into horses growing up. Like King is like, huh? And she's like, it's a pony. Depression, isn't that just a fancy word for feeling bummed out? Bubble, you ignorant slut. What's this? Probably sleeps in an oxygen bag that, according to the fandom, gives her sexual powers. What the hell? This is gross objectification for incels. Here we are. We are here. Actually, it's fun. Let us enjoy. Let us enjoy. Yeah, this is usually the how it goes. And see, here's how it goes. So step one is this is gross objectification. This is for incels, right? We are right here, right now. Eventually, we get to it's actually fun, and then the demand that there be a lot of joy too. And then it's like actually this is for the girls. It's not for you boys at all. And then it'll go to this has always belonged to us, and you are the invaders. And also, this is how the how girl characters should be portrayed. It always works this way. All right, I'll watch this. This is pretty awesome. And there's this, and then there's this. As I think it's the actual people. And there's Freerin playing Halo. Like there's a lot of these things like making Ragatha extra thick for some reason. Jax, there's a monster under my bed. Can you help me? I wonder what this disgusting creature is hiding under. It's Jax. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. It's Kate. This is pretty good artwork. This is really good. And it's Pomni versus Jax. That's actually kind of what happened in the show. And there's Kinger with his Black Queen. And then Gangle kept acting so I deep fried her, Ragatha. This is what happened. It actually happened in the show. He deep fried Ragatha for a little bit. There's Gangle, extra thick Gangle. Oh yeah, is this the this nostalgia critic as the evil angel thing? I was forced by my friends to watch Circus for the first time. It was fine, and my only thought was, I sure would be funny if someone re-rendered this as Doug Walker screaming. It's pretty funny. And see, and then there's this awesome lesbian couple. King, why is this Kinger just there? There's a cat character that everyone went insane over. They get really triggered over why is so guy centric and why does she have a child? They really hate the childbearing hips. Every time the character has childbearing hips, they just they go insane with fury and anger. A bunch of girls told me I look just like Chris Hemsworth. Haha, do you agree? This guy thought he'd trick us by posting himself twice. In the Gamerverse pilot, certain people have complained that they put all the female characters in revealing swimsuits for a majority of the episode. Yet these same people do not bat an eye at all the male characters wearing absolutely nothing on. This is double standards. And they like their sex stuff, but when it comes down to heterosexuality, suddenly that becomes triggering. There's Kratos. There's like I guess the crew, the Major Deal Circus as Batman villains, pretty cool. And there's a cat character, and I think we saw that one. And then literally a CG of them trying to kill each other. No beating the domestic violence allegations. Let's see. There's Freerin. Are you the hero? What is this? Is this from Knights of Guinevere? Acknowledge Mordred in Draw 25. Let's see. I have the sharpest memory trying to name one of the thing I have forgotten. You left me in the Walmart parking lot for 3 days ago. No, that was on purpose. Try harder. Based. Let's see. This is Mordred. Like I guess I freaked out. Like, how did this even happen? This is father. In your opinion, what's the height of stupidity? Mordred, how tall are you? Pretty good. Pretty good. What's this? Father, why do I not deserve to be king? Because you suck. That's pretty much why. When your dad introduces you to your new mom, your dad, your new mom, you. It's the Owl House. Are they lovers? Worse, they're stupid. You want to know where I got all these mental emotional scars from? It all began the day of my actual birth. Both my parents failed to show up. Both of them. That's pretty harsh. For the last time, I am not your father. And see, merry-go-round, amazing to circus, song ending A. What is this stuff? The amazing digital fight club. I watched this. Sounds awesome. Broken promises everywhere. Not King of Knights female doing some mana transformation. Poor Mordred discovering the true gender of her father, King of Knights. It's you can't expect God to do all the work, Pompney. It's impossible. It's not gay if you say no homo first, right? 0 out of 100. Was it Black Kinger? No, I thought this is Black Queen. Are you fighting or flirting? My hands are literally around your neck. That still doesn't answer my question. This happens. Like, Jax almost chokes Pomni out, and I knew that women would love it. Let's see. Will you be my owner? We could run. See, this Supergirl would really sell, I think. I'm pretty sure that Supergirl would really sell. When the spider that bit you came from Latin America. I just spider gives you powers and makes you extra thick. It's my mother was a mayor and my father was a lonely rancher. Chat discussing the ending of a basic digital circus. Chat debating if women count for prior relationships. It's Bluey. That's a pretty good artwork here. I guess it's pretty good. Let's see. Queenie. Kinger's look like a complete Chad in this one. Magic Claw. Damn, bro, you got the whole house laughing. See, some demons. Oh my gosh, this could be so fun. Who's summoning all these demons? Let's see. Straight women yaoi, gay men yaoi, lesbian yaoi, straight men yaoi. Berserk. Let's see. Women's fantasies, men's fantasies. It's pretty much true. All right, chat. Go to end the stream for today. Thank you much everyone joining me. Thank you much, Best Chat, for always being the best chat. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll see you again, of course, next time.
On a cold winter morning in the time before the light, in flames of death's eternal rain, we ride towards the fight. When the darkness has fallen down,